Yo, 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 what up? AKFTV here. Don't do what I did here, okay, guys?
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Tonight, we have a very special episode of the stream for you. As you'll notice, Robot Lady is no longer on. Unfortunate, I know. You'll get over it. We have a very special guest tonight, and we would like to give our guest our full attention. So therefore, things like slaps, all the alerts, all those things will be turned off. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully I turn them off. But other than that, we're going to give our full attention to our guest, Anthony Knight, otherwise known as AyyyKayyy, a very fast boy out there, very top-tier racer. We're going to have some fun conversations with him. Quite an interesting backstory before racing. We'll get into that a little bit. He's been around the scene for a long time, so if you haven't heard from him, you're in for a treat. And if you have heard from him, or of him, you're going to learn some more, hopefully. All right, I'm going to go over there, join them in the Discord. We will open it up for questions at the end, so feel free to post your questions whenever. I'll be trying to keep track of them as much as I can. We'll work them into conversation as we go. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go see what the boys are doing. All right. Hello. Let me get unmuted here. Gentlemen.
Yo!
Yo, holy moly, coming in hot. Sorry about that. OG coming in real hot.
I was yelling in your ear.
All righty. What's going on, boys?
Screech.
What's up, man? Chilling.
A whole lot of nothing. AK, first off, thank you for taking the time to come hang out with us tonight. I do appreciate that.
Honor to be here with you boys. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I feel like I've known you for a long time, and we've never had a chance really to like sit and talk. It's always
Right.
We always see each other in passing. We're always both very busy doing things, so it's very difficult to actually like have
Like
a
little
conversation about
Snickers.
anything.
Right.
You're both just too popular. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Busy.
But anyways, we've had you on the list, for God knows how long. I think since 2022, when we first came up with a list for the show, we were like, we got to have AK on at some point. But anyways, this is a great time, I think, to have you on because we got a pretty significant race coming up. Two pretty. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know. What am I thinking? Yeah, we got New York right after Wooptopia.
No. I'm not even talking about that. That's 3. I'm talking about the one in, where'd you say it was? Abu Dhabi?
That was for work.
I thought that was...
that's not racing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why don't you open up your fucking ears there, champ?
You're right.
There you go.
But anyways, no. So 2 major races. So we have Wooptopia in January, and then
February this year.
In February, they moved it.
We did.
Is there a reason for that, or just worked out better?
Abu Dhabi.
Oh, because of that. Okay, because of the trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
On
why I
the
was
same
thinking it was
day.
a race. Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. So that's moving to February. What time in February? Beginning of February?
We're doing February 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
Always shoot for a holiday weekend, so people hopefully have off Monday, so they can justify the time off.
Okay.
And they decided they wanted to piss off every wife or spouse that anybody
I mean, we could just say Monday's President's Day. We don't need to reference that Valentine's Day is Sunday. We'll celebrate that?
Skip right
No,
over
I'm just
that.
kidding. But
Get out of the consumer culture, bro. Fly some whoops.
So 2 major races coming up. I assume you're going to be at obviously at Wooptopia, but and then New York as well. Are you competing in New York, or are you just coming to hang out? Or
yeah, compete definitely. Yeah.
now, do you ever help on the back end in New York, or is that Is that something I know you helped with track design, right?
Yeah, I do the track design for them every year, and then I'll set it up on site as well because I'm a stickler about that. Got to
Yeah.
get everything perfect.
Of
But
course.
and then they also utilize the Webtopia rule book there as well. So
Okay, all right. So there's a lot of crossover there. But that's cool.
yep.
So so New York's more of an event where like once you get the track set up, it's more of like you can kind of just focus on the event like for yourself as opposed to like Utopia. I feel like you're usually kind of wearing several hats while you're there.
Oh yeah, that's a grind. That is very challenging to even slightly perform at the level I'd like to perform at.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's
can't
wake up at 5 a.m., go to bed at 1 a.m. every
Ugh.
day for 3 days straight.
God,
So
man. And
it's
then
tough.
yeah, just grinding,
One
racing.
and- Yeah, and 1 a.m.'s a conservative.
Yeah, that's being
estimate,
nice.
I feel
Yeah,
like,
the whoop house draws you in. The shenanigans that happen there. It's a lot of fun, and it's tough to want to just say, "All right, I gotta go," but you
Right.
gotta go sometimes. So.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's exciting. I'm looking forward. I'm not going to be at Wooptopia, but I am looking forward to seeing you in New York. That's always a good time. I like that event. They put on a
Yeah,
good
it's a
show
great
there.
event.
So you mentioned that you do track design for New York. What other events do you normally design tracks for? I think I just recently have learned that that's even like a thing that you do.
I mean, I won the GQ contest 3 years in a row for multi GP. That's kind of what started. Like, okay, I think I'm actually kind of decent at designing tracks, and then
Yeah.
I just like really started digging into like the theory of track design, and like I picked Neil Merrick's brain a lot, Grower, because he makes some of the best tracks I've ever flown to. So, I like to pick his brain. But I mean, as far as tracks I've done like the Italian Championship. I've done a track for them before. I just put out a track for, oh my goodness, I want to say it's Switzerland?
Oh, okay.
Is it Sweden or Sweden? I think it might be Sweden, actually.
Kind of all over
Sweden
the place.
Championship race. Yeah,
Same
a lot of
difference.
sim stuff. Whooptopia tracks in the past. Now we do track design contests, give other people opportunities. So, Woodstopia, I designed both the tracks at the last Woodstopia as well.
Okay, cool.
Some stuff for multi-GP here and there as well.
So it was just really random how you got into it. You just kind of were dabbling, and then your tracks kept popping up as the winners in the multi GP thing, and you're just kind of like, I guess that's something I'm good at.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, yeah, pretty much. I mean this in the best way possible, but I hate bad tracks. And like it drives me nuts if a track doesn't have proper flow to it. Like it really needs to. There's just certain things in my mind that are like big no-nos that you don't do in track designs. But I mean, we've been whoop racing weekly here every Thursday. 52 weeks a year unless there's a holiday. So I'd say a good 45 weeks out of the year we race every Thursday here in Arizona. We've been doing that for 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I've been designing tracks for pretty much since the beginning. So I mean, it just like anything, right? Comes with practice.
So when was it that you got into FPV?
10 years, 9 years, 10 years now.
I think you're.
Let's see.
I think you're.
9 years, 2
2017.
months.
I was gonna say I think you're
9 years,
almost
2
at
months.
10.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that's impressive. That's a long time. I dug through a lot of your old stuff, your old FPV stuff, just you getting started, and that grind was present like from the moment you started. Before you even started FPV, you already kind of had this grind mindset for other things that you were involved in as well. I had noticed. Is that just something that's kind of stuck with you even since you were younger, like much younger? Just like whatever you get into, you just get into it 1,000%, and
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I got really good at Halo at one point. I competed in Halo professionally. I ended up being like ranked 7th in the world in Halo.
No
I was
shit.
like 15 years old and
What?
won a decent amount of money playing Halo 2 in specific.
no kidding.
And then that
Were
was
you going to big
when I
like
was
LAN
high
events
school
and shit?
time. Yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
sick.
There'd be like local tournaments, but Major League Gaming at the time, that was who I
Oh,
got
man.
sponsored by for playing Halo,
That's
so I always
awesome.
get there. That and Turtle Beach, so I have tons of old Turtle Beach headsets in my
Oh,
closet
sweet.
from like
Yeah, nice, cool.
long time ago.
Yeah,
Obsolete equipment at this point, but yeah.
sure. No, I mean, it's still
I'm
awesome,
just super competitive. Anything I get into, I just want to see how hard I can push myself to get to that top level, always.
Did
Just
you
in
do a lot of
anything.
sports when you were younger, like competitive sports?
No, not really skateboarding. I started skateboarding when I was 7. I went amateur at 15. I went pro at 19, and
Oh,
then I
okay.
blew out my knee,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
then that was the end of my skating career.
Damn.
So
So was
Yeah.
that was obviously originally the route then that you planned on taking?
that was the plan. Yeah, Yeah, definitely. Once I signed on for Volcom, got a salary from them. I was really stoked. It was awesome. Things were going great. And then I was at a skate contest, a Volcom skate contest, and I actually won. And then in the best trick contest, at my board down the 10 stair doing a trick, and just my legs did the splits. My right knee went in, smacked the ground, stood up, and it had no strength, fell over. And yeah, I ended up tearing my ACL, MCL, and meniscus, and just completely out my knee. So
Yikes.
that was the end of it. So and I enjoy things that give adrenaline and a rush, right? So
Yeah.
I'm like, what can I do now that I don't beat on my body because I can't handle it anymore?
Sure, yeah.
I tried, like the video you pulled and put in the intro video. That was, I don't know how long ago that was now, maybe 11 years ago.
The skateboarding?
That was me trying to come back to skateboarding. Yeah, we built a little skate park in my backyard, and we used to have like grill Sundays. People come over and skate the little skate park.
Yeah, would you call it rats on the what?
Oh, man, what did we call that? Desert rats, something desert rats. I forget.
It was something rats. I just remember seeing that a lot.
Skate rats or something. Yeah, you're right. But man, like you went deeper into my archive than I have in years. So like, I don't necessarily even remember it fully. You know, I'd have to like go back.
Stuff.
But it was a blast from the past for sure.
I found some things. Speaking of, I actually kind of wanted to, if you don't mind. I mean, Stream's going to see this. You might not see it. Or you could see maybe if you have Stream up. But I found this picture here, and this appears to be a very young AK in 2013.
Oh God!
And you're tattooing another man? What's happening here? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind explaining why you're tattooing somebody? What's going on there?
Oh man. Okay, let's see. I enjoyed drawing when I was younger. I used to draw a lot, but it was a lot of stencil drawing, nothing really freehand, just kind of look at a picture and draw it on paper and try to mimic it the best I could, right? And like I just enjoyed drawing, and then one day I was like, oh, I'll become a tattoo artist. So I went and spent, I don't know, $110 on a cheap little eBay kit.
Yeah.
It came with like 5, as you call it, machines.
Sure.
Yeah, super cheap stuff, absolutely horrible. And I had some friends that were guinea pigs that were down to let me try to tattoo them, and I think I have about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 tattoos on people out there walking around to this day.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
Including myself. I tattooed my entire thigh, so that's a big piece I have on.
You and me both. That's the best practice spaces on your thighs.
It is, yeah. Did you tattoo?
Oh yeah, for a long time. My wife has a lot of tattoos for me, and both my legs are covered in my own stuff. But
and then don't you have a lot of tattoos that. Because didn't you used to let like apprentices that were trying to come in to the shop?
Yeah, I have a whole arm full of apprentice tattoos, and I made my brother tattoo me. He'd never held a machine in his life, and every year I would get a new clover tattooed on me. And so one year I was like, I want a clover right there on my finger, and I made my older brother do it. And he had never held a tattoo machine in his life, and I was like, you're just gonna have to do it for me, buddy. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, I just let people get drunk and tattoo me all the time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah,
didn't last long.
Okay.
About a year. That's
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
It didn't last long.
Did you enjoy it at least while you were doing it?
I mean, if anything, I think it made me more nervous because I was so like high strung about doing a good job, and I knew I wasn't doing a very good job.
This shit's permanent.
Like, it was really stressful. Like I got one of my best friends. His name is Waldo, and like one drunken night at a party, he was like, "Tattoo my toes," and I was like, "What can we put across all 10 toes?" And we're like, "Let's put Lil Waldo." And he's like, all right, cool. So we just start going for it. And like, I spelt it wrong. Because like, we had been drinking all night long, right? And this is, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning. And he just like sits in this chair. And I'm literally like on my knees on the ground, just tattooing his toes. And I go through it all and I put LIWWALDO. And I was like, oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
It's like Liwaldo. Oh man. And I don't want him to see it because he doesn't see it yet, right? So I'm just like freaking out about it. But I ended up just like doing a really, really thick L on that W, like best I could.
Oh man!
Luckily, that wore off over time.
That's good. That's good. Okay.
That's gone.
Yeah, I'm sure toe tattoos fade pretty.
You got to get them touched up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing them, and you're not sure what you're doing exactly. If you don't go deep enough, it won't hang around for very long. Well, that's good at least that it fell out. That's good. Now, I built my first tattoo machine when I was 13.
Okay.
I built it out of a Steel Tech. It was kind of like a rector set and a pencil sharpener motor. and
This
steak
is
skewers.
prison, by the way.
No, it's just at home. And yeah, we used HP printer ink. I have a couple tattoos on my legs, and my brother has some from me.
No way.
Yeah. HP,
Oh, man, that's awesome.
HP
That's
printer
where
ink, jet black.
That's where the Crohn's came from. Man.
Yeah, that's what it is. Got it from ink poisoning. Okay, well, anyways, I found that picture and I was like, this is interesting. And I wasn't sure if it was you or not, but I matched the tattoos on the arms and I was like, that's definitely him. So I'm going to have to ask about this one.
So
that's
autistic.
me. Yeah. Oh man.
So autistic.
Well, so speaking of artistry, OG, I think it's the word you were looking for.
That's what I said.
Speaking of artistry, I also found this one here. It looks like you did some wire work for a while, like wire artwork, wire jewelry.
Yeah, wire wrapping.
I remember seeing that when we first became.
Yeah, that was a ring. That was a ring that I did. Yeah.
What period of time is this?
Oh, shoot. What would this be?
I think the year I had was 2016 on this picture.
That sounds about right. Yeah, 2016, 2015, 16, maybe into 17 a little bit. I did it for a few years.
Did that go anywhere? Did you like open up a shop or like Etsy or anything?
No, I mean, I would just make pieces for like friends or whatnot, or like family members to gift them and whatnot. There's a music festival that me and my wife really enjoy that we've gone to many, many years in a row, about 2 hours south in Tucson. It's called Gem and Jam.
Okay.
Essentially, they have like a month-long gem show down in Tucson. It's like one of the largest in America. It's like miles and miles long of like people coming from all around the world to sell their crystals and gems. Mm-hmm. And then right in the middle of that month-long, they host a 3-day music festival called Gem and Jam.
Oh, cool.
And it's like...
what kind of music?
Those were like... So everything really, they kind of change it up. Like the first day, they do a lot of EDM. The second day, it's kind of a little bit of a mix. The last day is like all jam bands. Like just straight up jam bands. It's very similar. It's kind of a branch off, if you will, of people that you would see at like Burning Man.
Okay.
Something like that. It's very, very hippie-like festival.
Similar
it's
crowd.
Very culturized, if you will. Yeah, you get some very interesting people, a lot of cool people, some sketchy people, of course, but that's just anywhere, right?
But, that's everywhere, yeah.
But yeah, I made the little Eyes Are Raw. Those were like a big hit. People were loving those. I had like 10 of those I went to Gem and Jam with, and I sold them all in like the first 30 minutes I was there.
Damn.
People were like,
oh, yeah.
You selling those? You selling those? You selling those?
So, and you never did anything else with it? You never tried to pursue anything further with it?
No, the reason I did it is because I could do it at work at the job that I had at the time. So I'm just sitting at a desk for 8 to 10 hours a day, not using my hands. I'm just talking, right? So it's so tedious. Like a piece like that ring probably would take me like 15 hours to make.
Yeah, sure.
Right? Like and they're small, right? So you make a big pendant or something. I actually have this massive one that me and a buddy collabed on. It's not done, not even close, that we were working on for a while, but
a lot going on.
Yeah, it's still not done, but this thing, a lot going on. But this thing has been sitting here for years now. It's his turn to work on it, but that's got probably 50, 60 hours in that piece right now.
So do you still mess with it at all now, or?
I mean, I will if I still have all my stuff to do it, all my tools and wire and stuff, and like a bunch of crystals and gems. So like if he takes it back and hits it on his session and then passes it back, then yeah, I'm down. But other than that, no.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely seemed like you had a passion for it. So there was a couple other pictures of things that I had found that you had done. I didn't save them. They were on, I think they were on Instagram that I had dug up. But you're actually tagged in a lot of photos. I don't know if you know that you're tagged in, but you're tagged in photos like from years and years and years and years and years ago. We'll get to those.
Yep.
We'll get to those. Don't worry. But anyways, the wire wrapping thing was interesting to me because I find this picture of you doing a tattoo, and then I find the picture of you wrapping wire. And now I didn't do wire jewelry, but OG knows I used to work at a vape shop and I built coils, so I would wrap wire all day.
Same thing.
Exactly. It was so similar. So I was like, damn, that's crazy because I did this. I was like the similar pattern.
Yep, it's literally the same thing. People would say all the time. They're like, "Do you wrap coils at vape shops?" Like I'd get asked that all the time.
Yeah, just give some
hand in hand. A lot of people that wrap coils did do wire wrapping. Is very common.
And some of the coils that he did were fucking insane. That's what he was doing. Like when me and Heads first met, he was still working there and had like a bunch of them on display and like the case there. They were nuts.
Oh, it's sick.
And there's me with my big dumb hands trying to just do the most basic shit.
It's tough, dude. It takes some time and skill and effort for sure, and you gotta have patience.
Yeah,
Yes,
but I feel
absolutely.
like that like tediousness probably translated pretty well to like working on drones, especially whoops. Everything's so tiny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not as
Building
hard as
drones was very, very difficult at
Yeah.
first. Very difficult. I never soldered a thing in my life till drone, so it was a challenge to learn.
I had soldered things, you know, like I'd put solder on things, but I don't know if it necessarily like made any connection. Like before
Okay,
drones,
okay.
you know, I'd done like a lot
Right.
of really bad cold solders, I think,
Yeah.
before
yeah,
drones.
very
Okay.
And then I realized none of them were working. And I was like,
Like on computer stuff, or
yeah, computer, small electronics around the house. I've been a tinkerer since I was a kid. I'd take shit apart and put it back together.
Okay.
That's kind of what drew me into drones as well, is just like tinkering with things.
Right.
So yeah, there was a lot of times where I just did really poor soldering with like my grandpa's old shitty soldering iron that, you
Oh
know, yeah, hadn't been cleaned in ages and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't until drones where I was like, oh, I'm doing this all wrong. So yeah, very, very similar. So, sorry, did you want to say something there, OG?
No,
Okay.
go ahead.
I wanted to skip ahead a little bit while we're staying on your hobbies, and this seemed to be a bit more of a in-depth hobby for you, one that you stuck with for quite a while and went pretty far with, it seems. But it seems like it started around 2015, late 2015, early 2016, if my timeline is correct, where you started gloving.
Well, that was like definitely before then.
When you
'Cause
started?
I gloved for like I
Okay.
gloved for like 12 years, and I
When did you
quit
get
in
picked
like
up?
probably 2020. So I probably started in like 08. Yeah, 08 sounds right.
Okay.
08, 09 is when I started. Yeah.
When did you join a team?
Probably like 4 years into. Oh, like I mean, we had like local teams, if you will, just like group of the homies. You know, they
Sure.
get together and go to music festivals together, and throw lights, as we like to call it. But as far as like sponsorship goes, is probably like 4 or 5 years into it.
Okay. Who was
That would
your,
have been like 2014.
so for those who don't know what gloving is, could you explain what throwing lights means?
Best way I can explain it, it's finger fitness, right? So like it's just making different patterns and shapes with your hands. It kind of branched off of tutting, which is a popular dance style, right? Like tutting, like that stuff. I'm not
Sure.
good at it, so about all I got. But anyways, it kind of branched off of that, right? So it just kind of got more in depth in that avenue, like you would see kind of like tutters do, like what we call like a finger roll, like that, right? So it's like you'd start seeing people do that, and then it's like, oh, then they came out with these really cheap little gloves that were like $15, and everyone got them, and they just had these little RGB blinking lights on the tips of them, and that's pretty much all people did, just wave them around at shows and whatnot. But
Were
it
those
just
the whites?
no, so whites are just considered getting new gloves, actual new fresh white gloves, because
Okay.
they get dirty.
Okay.
Right? If you're like pick yourself up off the ground, you get them dirty, so you
Sure.
try not to get them dirty. So you put in some fresh whites before you go to like a meetup or a show or something, right? So
Or they could find you.
That's what we-
You bring a couple extra pairs with you, I've read.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a picture of you in the 2016, it looks like the Arizona, the Face Melt crew?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a company that I was sponsored by out of California called Amazing Lights. They were like the top company that created LED gloves, essentially.
They're still going, right?
So they went out of business, and I saw something very recently that they just came back.
Okay. I was gonna say, 'cause
But
I
I'm not
found-
really involved in that community as much. I'm still in the groups on Facebook, but I don't pay as much attention. But I did see someone say something about Amazing coming back, and I was like, oh, interesting.
So how
They
did
were
you...
actually on Shark Tank.
No shit.
Oh no
You watch
shit!
that show? Yeah, Brian Lim, the owner of Amazing Lights, is on Shark Tank. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you get into this? How did you like find out about doing it in general, or like having it like traveling to shows to do it, or like was this something you saw somebody else doing?
Yeah, pretty much. I used to just have like two little tiny lights. Like you could get like these little, they were called finger lights, and they were a little Velcro strap that went around, and it was just this big bulky light. And I had like two of them, and I was just like playing around, doing like figure eights and stuff, and
Sure.
just like spinning around, just doing basic stuff.
Yeah.
And then just like going to shows often at the time. I just started seeing them, started noticing people had gloves, and I was like, oh, well, that's cool. So I was like, I'm going to buy more Velcro strap-on lights. Could have worded that better, but anyways, we'll stick with strap-on lights. And So yeah, I ended up getting like 6 of them, I think. So I had like 3 and 3, and then I started learning like, oh, you can like wiggle them and whatnot. And then I don't know, just the competitive side of me just went down a rabbit hole, and I was like, I want to get good at this. Started watching videos of people that were better, and it was really a big movement that was in California. That was like the only state that had it, and it just slowly started working its way, across the states, and now it's just like a global thing.
I would say it's everywhere now.
Globally.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's all over the place.
Yeah,
So you-
it really is.
So you've been into like the festival scene and everything for a long time, then I take it.
Yeah, quite a long time.
Yeah, I've
definitely.
never been to any kind of rave, or I've never been to any kind of EDM show whatsoever. Looks crazy.
It
Okay,
does.
yeah, it's interesting.
It's very colorful. Yeah, no. So I had never heard of this. I'm showing your team jersey, I guess here, which has your name on the back. What was the name you went by?
K-Tune.
K-Tune. What did that mean?
No meaning.
No meaning. Okay.
Okay, no. Okay, I take it back. It did. Okay, so back in circle back now a little bit when I told you I enjoyed drawing. I liked messing around with graffiti, lettering, and that was my like graffiti name, if you will. But I didn't tag anything. Like I wasn't going out there and hitting trains and walls and stuff like that. I drew on paper.
Wink,
And
wink.
K-Tune was the name that I would go by essentially.
Okay.
So that just transitioned over.
But
So did
really
that-
no rhyme or reason to it.
No, not really. No, there was nothing really behind it. It was like a mix between I've been called AK since I've been like 13. So at first I was like, well, if it's just 2-letter name, that's kind of lame. But then like a lot of people always said like I remind them of like a Looney Tune back in like my skateboarding days. So I was like, okay, I'll be K-Tune.
Okay.
And it's no real meaning,
All right.
right? But
No,
that's
fair
kind of
enough.
how the birth of that name came.
What?
So was it?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna ask real quick: was there ever a K-Tune FPV like when you first got into flying, or was it AK FPV from the beginning?
AKFPV from the beginning. Yep.
Okay. So
So
when you
dropped-
were a gamer professionally, did you have what was your gamer tag?
Oh man! All right. Well, I guess since this isn't just PG-13, it was I was sponsored by MLG because I played in MLG tournaments. So it was MLG Rape,
MLG Rape.
which was which was a very common gamer tag back then.
Yeah,
People had that in their
ML
gamer
Grape.
tag.
ML Grape.
Yeah, ML Grape.
That's how you
That's
can say
exactly
it.
what
Yep.
it was. But it was like how we used to spell things all dumb back then. It was like L2AP3. So
Yeah,
it's
lead
like,
speak.
yeah.
like
I know
makes
it.
it look like it, but it's not.
To get past the word filters.
Mhm.
They didn't
Right.
like the naughty words.
Nope.
Okay, well, no, that's okay. Fair enough. I just wanted to ask because I believe OG, you originally told me that he had played Halo professionally at some point,
Yep.
but you had mentioned it in passing, and I was like, I wonder if he's just been called AK since then. But no, good name change, by the way.
Yes.
Good
Yeah.
name
Solid,
change.
solid strat.
Good-
Smart of you to do that
It's a-
before 2016.
It's a good change.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
It's a good change. So you were
Yeah.
K-Tune while you were gloving.
Yes.
And you said that lasted for like 12 years, you said? About?
Yeah, I gloved for like 12 years. Yeah.
Holy cow.
On the face melt crew that's Amazing Lights, their logo on the shirt there.
So why did you stop?
Just as I got older, I didn't necessarily enjoy just blowing all my money on going to music festivals and partying.
Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
it's just kind of, as you get older, you're like, there's some other things I want to work towards
Of
and,
course, yeah.
build towards. So
Sure.
it just kind of like grew out of it, if you will. Like I still have a love for it. People catch me all the time playing with my hands all the time. I'm always doing it. It just happens
I
naturally.
think I found some posts from
But-
like 2023 that you had posted of you trying to do like warm-ups with your hands. You were doing something in front of a camera with your hands in like 2023. You had posted into one of the one of the GGN Phoenix groups, maybe.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah, that would make sense.
This one.
Easy gloving
The
community.
Phoenix Gloving Community.
Yeah.
I got it. I
Yes,
was there.
there it is, yeah.
I was there.
Yes.
We did some perusing. We learned. We learned.
We
about
also
you.
learned. We also learned that not all was always well in the gloving community as well.
No,
And
there
there
was
were some death threats.
Oh, there was a
going
lot
on.
of beef, dude.
Yeah.
There was so much beef in the gloving community. It's silly because everyone had their own crews, and it's like our crew's better than yours, and it just turned into a big fight on the internet all the time.
Anything competitive.
Just
yeah.
non-stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then competition started coming out, and I think crews started gaining more recognition based on how they place at actual competitions versus just people talking shit to each other online.
That'll separate the men from the boys there.
Oh
yeah.
Delete from the chat real
definitely.
quick.
Yeah,
okay.
that type of bullshit exists everywhere though. Like I remember getting into FPV and shit, and it's like, oh wow, this is the chillest community. There's no drama, and then you get like deep in the community, and you're like, oh, there's the drama. There's the bullshit.
Yeah, I remember joining FPV and Malty was telling us that he was like, yeah, there's not a lot of drama or anything in there. And it was like, as soon as we got into the Facebook groups, I was like, that's all there is. You go to the FPV Facebook groups, that's like literally all there is people talking shit.
Yeah, just join
it's
FPV
everywhere.
life. You'll be balls deep in the drama before you know it.
Well, back then it was the Rotor Riot Facebook group.
The Rotor Riot
It was a
Facebook group used to
shithole
be-
back then, dude. Everybody was at their throats. It's crazy.
Now that shit's dead. I don't see shit on Rotor Riot anymore. I don't feel like.
I ain't worried about it. Well, anyways, back to the gloving thing. Because it fascinated me because I'd never heard about it. But then I started looking it up and I found, I don't know who, like where they're located or what crew it was exactly, but I found some face melt crew videos. Like they had some playlists that the company themselves, the lights company, I forgot already, Amazing Lights, had put up. So I found those, and some of the videos were hidden, but if they're in a playlist, you can still watch them on YouTube, which doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I was looking for some of you. I couldn't find any. I found some from like as late as, or as far back as 2015, I want to say. I found a lot of like still photos of you doing it, but not a whole lot of videos on YouTube. Found some on Facebook of you and like the old crew. It looked like some local guys. You guys were just kind of walking around doing it. I included a little clip in the intro. How do you remember roughly how old you were then? Because this had to have been before the sponsor stuff, right?
No, actually it wasn't. So like the sponsor stuff with like Amazing Lights, when you would see those feature videos, it was because again it started in California, so you had to go to Amazing Lights and film in their studio to get on their YouTube. Is what it was. I had gone out there one time for a competition. I was speaking with Brian Lim. He wanted me to come into the booth and film a show, but it just didn't work out because we're out there for a competition that he was hosting. He was too busy, so he never ever got it to work. And they've always wanted to make sure it was at a high quality in their studio, so they don't just like post just random stuff unless it is produced well.
I was gonna say, I don't know when's the last time you've been to their YouTube, but they actually had the playlist I found. I don't know how public it is, but a ton of the videos are actually at live shows. They're like you can see the concert happening like in the background.
Okay.
And it's
so they would give me access to like their Instagram at the time, and that was like kind of like the duties. Like Amazing Lights would pay for our festival tickets, send us all the jerseys, send us some fresh whites and bats, and we can refresh our gloves, and then go to these shows. And our mission was to basically get like video of us giving people light shows, right? Melting their face, as they call it. So face melt crew, right? So and then we had like little candies. If you're not familiar with candies, it's just a little bracelet, right? That's got those little beads on it, right? And they had Amazing Light ones, and we had to hand those out. We had to hand out like 200 of those every festival. And like, you got to do, so it's peace, love, unity, and respect, and then you lock it, and then you transfer it over.
I see. I had the steps all wrong.
Oh, I learned that from a movie I watched on Netflix.
Peace, love, unity, respect. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like that. I like that was like the thing was to say the peace, love, unity, and respect. And then if you went on to the forums, everybody was just like, I'm better than you and you fucking suck. And our crew is shit.
Pretty much. You should quit now.
You kind of suck.
Your gloves. They're toxic.
Chop off your hands, your dog shit, kid.
Yeah. Put your fingers up your ass where they belong.
You got toxic. Very toxic.
So anyway, so you ended up getting pretty high up as far as like pretty well known in that community, though. Mm-hmm. You were a pretty big name again, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme with, like I said, seems like most things you put your mind to, you excel into the top echelon of it. Just as far as we've seen with your gaming and then skating and then gloving, you've kind of, and now with FPV, you've always seemed to perform at a pretty high level. And I think that's it's very unique to see somebody be able to switch from thing to thing to thing and just be able to excel at all of it. You know.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of practice.
I don't mean to kiss your ass too much. I was just saying it was impressive. I was like, every time I would find something else that you were into, I was like, oh, he's really good at it too. Apparently, like all these people know who he is, and
Oh, I appreciate it, man. But
Well-
yeah, just like anything. I mean, it's just like anything. People have always said that to me too, and I do appreciate it. But like anything, you got to put forth the effort, right? I
Of
mean, at
course,
the end of the
yeah.
day, that's what it is.
Yep.
It's just, some people learn faster than others in certain
Yeah.
things. Some people learn slower. I mean, there's a local pilot here, Mr. Man, that's flying for a year and a half now. And
Oh
the kid,
yeah,
like
fuck
literally,
off, Mr. Man.
he's
if
as
you're
fast as
here.
me. Like he is as fast as me.
I
Like,
watch his
it-
videos like every other weekend. He submits them to the Saturday night stream, the clip show, and I watch his stuff all the time. I've watched him get faster and faster over the last like year, and
It's insane.
it's crazy. Yeah,
It's
his
something.
progress.
It's something that family is doing. Something. They were feeding them kids something because Shark's fast as fuck too.
Oh
Something in
man,
the
that's
water.
funny. Yeah, no, they're both very quick, but they've always both been kind of similar. Excelled in anything they've done. They did dirt bike racing competitively against each other. Then Shark was actually like a national champion of rodeo riding. Scully actually used to call the rodeos
that's
that
funny.
Shark would compete in.
That's
When
so
Shark
funny.
came to his first multi-GP event, which was IO 2024, he saw Scully and he was like, I know that guy.
That's
He
wild.
commentates the rodeos I used to
Yeah,
compete in.
no
Super
kidding.
funny. So,
So-
those kids are same mindset, right? They grind. They
Yeah.
put in a lot of work.
Not most
So
definitely.
who's faster now, Shark or Mr. Man?
Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. Shit. Okay. As a whole, I mean, man, I feel bad just answering this. Like,
I just want you to know that Mr. Man is 100% watching. So
it's tough, but it's tough because I've seen Shark absolutely dominate. I've seen Shark be super dialed, and the thing with Shark is like if his gear works, he's a solid pilot. Sometimes he gets lazy and doesn't fix his shit, and then shows up to a race with a broken whoop and does a half-ass repair, and it doesn't fly so great. And then he's not able to perform at the best of his ability. Whereas Mr. Man is very particular. He builds very, very clean. He makes sure his stuff's ready and dialed in, like always. I mean, he's always on top of it. So it's very even. I mean, all three of us are really just like so damn close. It's tough.
Yeah, and they're local to Arizona as well, right?
Yeah, they're about 15 minutes away from me.
Oh, that's awesome. So I mean, they got some of the best to practice with too. That's got to be helping.
Yes.
When you got some of the top pilots to practice against. The bar is set so high when you come in. It's like you kind of skip all the early stages and just gotta keep up with them.
well, it's
Yeah, I've
gotta
kind of
be
noticed that. Whoever someone is chasing, that's normally the speed they're going for, right?
Yeah.
So if they have someone to chase, once they get to that speed, they may not necessarily improve as quickly because they're already faster than that person, right?
Right.
That's like for me is like I felt like, at one point I felt like I was faster than I am now, but like now these kids are so damn fast, they're pushing me again, and like I'm flying, like I'm now pushing myself much harder to be able to keep the competition alive against these kids, and
Yeah.
it's like I love it because I'm competitive. But at the same time, it's just like now I'm pulling off some stuff every now and again. I'm just like, when you're flying and you do something and you blow your own mind, you're just like, oh my God. But then typically you crash right after that because you're so stoked
yeah.
about what you just did.
Yeah.
Which is like very common unless you're Minjan. It's just perfect all the time.
Yeah.
But like, the more and more of that's starting to happen, and I'm starting to feel more comfortable with that. So it's like,
Oh, good.
I'm starting to get it back, and it's because of them. So I owe it all to them. I wouldn't be pushing as hard as I am if it wasn't for having those two kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because
good.
you kind of had a lull out there for a while once, like because there was some other like OG fast boys out in Phoenix, like Wimpy Dog and Wild Type and those dudes. But like, I feel like since they stopped, you kind of went through like a little period where there was nobody really touching you out there, and I'm sure that gets boring as fuck. So having two guys like Shark and Mr. Man probably reignited a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, they also have me contemplating whether I should drink beer at our Thursday night races at Dave & Buster's now, because they have a few, and after a few, may fly a little sloppy. So it's like I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I can't have beer when I fly now anymore.
So they're just buying you rounds the whole night.
yeah,
Get
here you go,
another
here you
drink.
go.
Yeah.
You gotta start taking some Alpha Brain and all that other stuff. You gotta get
Oh yeah.
your brain sharp. Keep up with these young bucks.
Yeah,
Um,
it's. I told Mr. Man though, and I confidently believe this, just because his passion and his drive is like, if he just keeps doing what he's doing, I mean, give it a year, and he's going to be literally one of the top guys out there in like any racing.
Oh yeah, no
All
doubt.
of the types of racing. I mean, he's fast at 5 inch. He's crazy on whoops. You know, he definitely. You can tell he has a bigger love for whoops. You know, but he's still very competitive in 5 inch, street league, pro spec, all of it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's right up there. You know, so it's like if he keeps doing what he's doing, and especially how much he's progressed in so little time, I mean, that kid's going to be unstoppable. He really is.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, my opinion means way less than yours does as far as the racing aspect. But yeah, no, he's a very talented pilot, and he's just the improvement is so fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's been
It's
fun to
wild.
watch him.
How old is he? How old is Mr. Man?
I believe he's 16.
Yeah, that's
To be
crazy.
mistaken. I think he's in the chat, so he can chime in on
Sky's
that.
the
But I'm pretty
limit.
sure he's 16 now.
Sky's the
I'm
limit,
pretty sure he
man.
just turned 16 not too long ago, a couple months ago.
Got
Do
nothing
you
but
ever
time.
think?
If I'm not
Do
mistaken.
you ever
16.
think about that as far as drone racing? That like what it would have been like if it would have been around when? Because I think you're same age as me, right? You're born in '88.
88, yeah.
Yeah. You ever think about what it would have been like if this shit would have came out when we were 15, 16, 14 years old?
Absolutely, I do.
'Cause I think about that shit all the time. It's like, God,
Not near enough responsibilities in life, so I can
Yeah.
focus on it so much. You know, now it's like I get stoked. Like I definitely fly at least once a week on Thursday nights, but I'm stoked if I can get like a session in for an hour or two. Other than that, you
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
it's tough.
life's crazy, man.
Yeah, good stuff. Absolutely, run out of time
The sim helps. The sim definitely helps. I definitely still get some good sim time in.
for sure. Just to wrap up the gloving arc, because I wanted to make sure that we finished talking about that.
Oh yes.
I wanted you to walk me through because you retired after you stepped up. You got pretty high up there. What was your position as far as like because you ran a chapter or a group?
Yeah. Mhm.
So what was your title?
I mean, so I didn't really necessarily have an official title, I guess. I don't know. But, like I've also have a background in just like event coordination in general. So I used to host competitions locally in Arizona for gloving as well.
Okay.
We had a few that I hosted before I passed everything down. But yeah, I guess just like chapter leader, something similar to like drone racing, honestly, right? Kind of like because like me and Ted are like the chapter leaders out here in Arizona, and like for drone racing, but similar thing,
Yeah.
right? Just makes all the plans of all the meets. We used to do what's called Friday Night Lights, meet up at the park, bring our little speakers and play music and trade light shows, as we call it.
Yeah.
You give me a light show, I give you one. Cool. Go on to the next person. Rinse and repeat. Rotate through everyone. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of like the event planning and the organization has been that's been
That's
a
been
thing
part of
for long before drone racing.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Very busy
So-
man.
Yeah. Did you used to do event planning like professional, like as a job?
I wouldn't necessarily say as a respected job. I did. I mean, I did like club promotions when I was first 21. It's actually how I met my wife. We worked for the same club promotional company, which is awesome. But yeah, I used to do like club promotions and sell like bottle service and help out with event planning for different events in the clubs in Scottsdale, which is like pretty much like the club spot of Arizona, if you will. But that grew old really, really quick. I mean, we have to. I'm not a club person in general. Like, I'm not trying to go listen to top 40 music and see a bunch of people slosh and acting the fool.
Yeah.
Not really my vibe.
Yeah.
But like, it was nice because like working in that industry, we get free bottle service, right? So we didn't have to be with the clutter. We could just like sit at our table and chill and
Yeah.
enjoy, you know. And some of my friends would be DJs, so it was like cool, you know, go support them and then drink for free. That was great. But like, it got old because it's like you're at a club 4, 5, 6 nights a week.
Yeah, I can
fuck.
imagine.
And it's like you
Yeah.
got to go
Yeah.
promote. You know, you got to walk around all the clubs and like hand out flyers to people and like, or like try to grab a group of 8 females only and be like, I'll give you 2 free bottles if you come to this club right now because females there, the men are gonna come. So it's like fair trade off, right? So like it was just a grind and it grew old really quickly. So got out of that.
Okay, so that didn't last too long, but
No, a couple years.
okay. I had one more thing I wanted to say. Is there any chance that maybe just till the end of the year we could have you set this as your profile picture just for a little bit? I think this might be my favorite picture I found of you. Young
Oh
you.
boy. Oh man, what is? Oh my god, I was working at Wells Fargo Bank back then. Look at
Hey, I worked at Wells Fargo for a little
that.
bit.
Did you?
Is there any
Yeah,
chance though?
yeah.
Nice. Turn that into my profile picture.
Just till like the end of the year. Just short lived. Just short lived.
Or make that your
That's
pilot picture.
advertisement.
Make that your pilot picture for Whooptopia this year.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I like that. Well,
I'll do it. Maybe Velocidrone. I'll add it on there for my Velocidrone.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Photo.
There you go. If you don't still have it, I'll send it to you if you need it. I got you. Got you covered.
Probably be easier that way than having to go hunt for it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I took a few hours to dig through the internet to look for things on you. You've done a good job though, cleaning most things up. To be fair, I didn't find anything crazy, so you're all good. You've kept a low profile. That's good. Something to be proud of these days. So after gloving, you basically got right into FPV like the same year. It seemed like that you were stepping away from gloving. I think I found videos of you in 2018, dressed very nicely on your lunch break at a park, getting ready to do some drills for racing. And I found a video of you talking to your camera about it for like a minute. But you were on a lunch break. You were in a park. I believe it was 2018. I could double check the video, but I think it was 2018. And that's around the time that I found the post of you retiring from GGN or on the GGN Phoenix group. So did you just go from one right to the other? Was it fairly seamless?
Yeah, pretty much. I found drones and then found FPV drones, and then I was just completely hooked. And I was like, all right. And I was considering, as we say, putting the gloves up, just like a boxer would, right?
Hanging up the gloves.
Anyways, hang up the gloves. Yeah, hang up the gloves. But yeah, no, once I started drone racing, it gave me the adrenaline that I wanted, that I was always searching for, that skateboarding gave to me, that nothing else ever really did. And I was like, oh, this is it. Like, I'm safe. I'm just sitting in a chair holding a controller.
Yeah.
But like my heart is beating just as fast as it did when I'm skateboarding, So it's like, it's giving me that adrenaline rush that I wanted,
Sure, yeah.
So it was more of like, I just had more of a passion for FPV than gloving at the time. So.
Okay.
So what got you into FPV in the first place? Was it a video you saw online? Was there other guys out in Arizona that were getting into it, or?
Yeah, you said you found drones. How did you find them?
Yeah, I always wanted a drone, but I never wanted to spend the money on it. So like, I think it was either 2015 or 2016. My wife bought me like an Amazon drone, like a cheap like $80 drone, and I posted it on Facebook. I think like, thank you for getting me this, whatever, so and so. And one of my buddies commented, he's like, "That's not a real drone. You got to fly my drone." He had an FPV drone.
Oh, he had
and I was like, whatever. So I like went outside and went to go fly my drone for the first time, and that flight lasted about 30 seconds, and I lost it. I had no idea where it was going, how to control it. It's an angle mode too, right? Like I could have just let go of the sticks and it would have been fine, but I tried my best and it just kept going farther and farther and farther away, and I was just like, all right, kill the throttle. Went knocking on a bunch of doors. Finally found it. Took about an hour of knocking on doors. Finally got it. Laying next to someone's pool. Didn't fall in the pool, which was good, but it was broken. So then I was like, all right, I'll spend the money on one, and I bought another cheap one. Started flying that, and then my buddy Will was like, you got to fly my FPV drone. You got to try it. It's way cooler. I promise. What you're flying is lame. You don't want to fly that. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So met up with him one time. He let me fly his home built drone, which was very jank. If you were in drones for a long time, the drones were very risky business. But nonetheless, it was a lot of fun. I got to fly his drone FPV, and I was like, "Wow, this is freaking cool. How do I get into this?" And then I think I spent obnoxiously way too much money looking back on it on like a kit that came with goggles, controller, and a drone.
Yeah.
Some race drone that I got. It was like $800 for like a really cheap controller, some box goggles, and a bind and fly drone.
This was just 5-inch at this time?
Man, I wish I still had that drone. I think it's somewhere in a box. I think it was 4-inch. I wish I remember what it was called. It was a funky looking drone.
But so you started with that. That was like the first FPV drone. Was it a kit?
Yep, just a full kit. Goggles, controller, drone, batteries, charger, whole deal on Amazon.
So that just gets you in the air, but what actually got you pointed towards racing? Because some of the older footage I found of you practicing, you're like doing split S's and like freestyle type shit. You're not really doing a whole lot of racing. Well, I guess you were still doing racing maneuvers. You were practicing like, you're talking about slaloms that you had just learned about what they were and talking about how difficult they were. So I was watching the video you explaining, slaloms and corkscrews were just added to a race that was coming up, and you said you had a double corkscrew you were practicing with. So yeah, it was very interesting to see your early days. But what leaned you towards racing over just like flying around and just kind of putzing around with the FPV drone?
That was the plan, was to just fly around and putz around. Originally getting into it, that's why I flew that way. Just wanted to. I mean, the first time you fly FPV and you're up in the sky, it's just such a cool feeling.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just having that perspective is just like you can't really put it in words. Just what you feel. It's like it's just so free, right? And it's like
Yep. Yep.
I loved it so much. And my buddy Will was like, "Hey, there's a drone race coming up." The one that introduced me. He's like, "There's a drone race coming up in like 3 months. We should go." Well, me and my buddy Steven at the time were flying our drones together almost daily. And we're like, let's practice really hard. Like, if we can fly under a canopy of a tree, like, we are going to crush it. I'm like, let's go to this race. They've never heard of us, and we're just going to go in there and we're going to beat everyone. We're going to smoke everyone, and it's going to be amazing. And they're going to be like, who are these guys? So that was the plan. That was the plan. But yeah, the plan didn't work for sure. I think I got a half a lap on that track in that race one
Damn.
time.
Half a lap.
Wild type was at that race at the time. This is actually, I don't know if you know the name, but he went by 32 bits of Gil. He was a DRL guy way back in the day, like original DRL, but he was out here for that race. That's when Preston Garrison Flight 1,
Yeah.
race flight at the time, I guess. Race flight was a big thing, and he was bringing all his top pilots out to all the races because he lived here in Arizona at the time.
Okay.
So he was always at all the races. And from there, my competitive side, I was like, great, I got dead last place, and by a long shot, not even close to second to last. So, like, my competitive side, I'm like, I'm going to get better at this. I'm going to start just
never going to
going
be
in.
that low
I'm going
on the totem pole again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it happened many times
Oh.
for sure. But like we got better a little
Yeah.
bits at a time, right? But our drones really held us back then. We didn't know anything about camera angles, right? You just bolt your camera to some carbon fiber little plates on the side and like just adjust it and hope for the best.
2018
Like,
video I saw of you, you're trying to fly fast and just fly around a park, and every time you punch it, all you see, I mean, you're completely nose down, all grass, and then you'll flick up and then look back down and go fast again. It was very fun to watch. I was like, God, man, that's crazy to watch. Just the early beginnings of an FPV racer.
yeah, man.
Now very well known and won a lot of stuff. Won a lot of things. I think OG said 3-time Wooptopia winner. Is that
Yeah, won
2019,
three
2020,
Wooptopias.
and 2021?
No, I won 17, 18, 19.
Okay. You didn't win 20?
No,
It
you
was
won the first one that I went to.
20 was the COVID one.
2020. Yeah, the first one-
COVIDtopia. Oh, I did win that one. Yes. So it would have been 18, 19, 20. Yes,
Okay.
I won COVIDtopia. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
But not 21?
That's where COVID
No,
COVID
you
was
won-
invented.
I'm pretty sure you won
You
21.
You won 21 as well. That was the first one that I went to.
I'm drawing a blank now. Hold on. All right, so we're on our 8th year. So 2016, 15, 20, or excuse me, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Okay, yeah. So I would have won 19, 18, or 19, 20, 21 then. Yep.
Okay,
19,
yeah,
20,
19,
21.
20,
Yeah, that's right.
okay.
That's right. That's right.
Which, like what you were saying earlier, with everything else that you have to do for that event, like all the other shit, all the other hats, like had said that you're wearing during that event. Just the fact that you won 3 years in a row is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and then competition got super fierce.
Well,
I mean, those were
competition
brush
got
days,
fierce,
though. I think
but
I've won in brush motors every year, I think.
You can't.
No, the last year I was on brushless.
Don't
Yeah.
don't
Well,
try to
I'm-
like write off the fact though that Wooptopia also got much larger, so you had way more to do outside of racing. Like these events, just watching the events, I went back and watched 2019, 2020, and 2021 to find the dates when or the ones you won. And I was watching through the live streams, and just to watch the growth from 19 to 21 is crazy. Just the amount of people that are there, the event itself, the venue, the production value, everything has completely changed. And so, I mean, yeah, the competition did get harder for sure. Obviously, you got some crazy kids up there now, but you also are doing way more. It seems like at the newer events as well. These more recent ones. It seems like, as far as you personally, on the production side of things, you got a lot more to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
I mean, none of the events run like Wooptopia runs. Wooptopia runs on a whole other level compared to any other event. that I've ever been to. So, like,
But it is the event of the year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be.
yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to manage 80 pilots. You got to be strict. It is what it is. Jesse Perkin named me the drill sergeant
Hey man,
after a first Whooptopias, and he's not wrong. I mean, people learn very quickly. I tell them, I'm like, if it's your first Whooptopia, I'm just letting you know there's a 1 minute timer. When that fourth drone lands, 1 minute timer starts. That's when the next heat launches. Timer doesn't wait for anybody. We
Yeah.
have to do this to stay on schedule to get through all
Sure.
80 of you.
yeah,
You know, like that's the only way to make it possible. And I'm sure a lot of people have heard that at races, like, come on, guys, you gotta hurry. But
Yeah.
then I tell them, when you miss one heat, you won't miss it again. You'll realize I'm serious.
oh
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I've done it. Every Whooptopia, it's happened. Every single Whooptopia, people have come up, they're like, I'm ready. I'm like, you're not in the seat, sorry.
yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
you
what?
missed it.
I was almost right. I'm like, I told you. Like,
fuck
be ready
around
for
and
that.
find out. Yep.
It's like, what's the point of having rules if you're going to bend them?
Right.
Yeah, no, that's something to be said because Whooptopia, like I said, is the biggest, one of the best Whoop events you can find every year. It's the one that most people are looking forward to every year. It's the one that most people are talking about every year. So, like, I know you may run things kind of strict, but, like, would it still be the top event if it wasn't ran so strict? Like, maybe not. Maybe it would be a shit
Well-
show and it wouldn't be as good.
I just think it'd be less pilots if we were less strict. I mean, the only reason we're strict is because we have to be to manage that many pilots, you know?
Yeah, true.
'Cause, I mean, we have our first group coming in at 7:30 in the morning and our last group leaving at 9 o'clock at night. So it's like, you know, and then we got to do all the work there to prep all the brackets, you know? So it's like, then we go, you know, to the Applebee's that's in the parking lot right there and sit down on our computers and work for another 2 hours, 3 hours and get everything built out, you know?
Yeah.
And I remember going to my first Whooptopia, and I was talking to you, and I was like, I want to come during setup night on Friday night. I want to help with the setup. I want to see how this all works because, like, I want to see how the kind of the top group in the country does it, and like the way that you guys all just kind of get shit done and work together. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. It's such a well-oiled machine. I remember my first events after going to my first Whooptopia. It was like, holy shit! Like these are all great events. Like there's so many good races that happen now, but it was just it was on such another level. It was crazy. Which I mean, like you said, you've been doing Thursday night races every single week for. When did they start?
8 years. 8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, we started in Rec Drones before Rec Drones expanded, and you've been to Rec Drones, right?
Yep.
OG.
Yep.
So like, you know how small that place is, and I don't know if you've ever saw it before he bought the expansion. Did you?
It
was just
my
you
first
walk
year
in
there
that
was
door and
2021.
that's all you have.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
he
don't think
expanded
so.
it then.
All I know
But
is my
it
first.
was a very small space, like incredibly small space. I mean, we're talking 25 feet by 20 feet room that we would race in.
Jeez. That's
Yeah,
just where it
20
started, though, right? And now
That's where it started.
Now you
But
guys
whoops,
got
were slow as shit then too. So it's like,
that. Well, yeah,
well,
true.
Wasn't the first Whooptopia? It was in another. It was in that shopping center, right? That wrecked. Is
that
that?
was the second one. That was COVIDtopia. The second one was next to Wrecked at the party venue. It was at a restaurant that was like on a lake, like a man-made lake.
Oh shit.
Oh man, I see Ira's in the chat. I bet Ira would remember what the name of it is. I can't remember what the name of it was.
Ira did say they brought COVID.
Yeah, I brought the COVID. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation as to who was patient zero at that event, but I just remember everyone leaving Whooptopia sick. Like everyone left Whooptopia sick, and everyone's like, "I'm so freaking sick." Like some people went to the hospital. Like Jessica Ownhart, she was there at that Whooptopia, and she was like in the hospital for like 4 days after Whooptopia because of how sick she was. And like, I just remember seeing on the news like the first case of COVID in Arizona confirmed, and it is like. There's 64 people that just went to Arizona that I'm pretty sure all have COVID. Like,
And then you just sent them all back all over the country after that.
yeah.
I don't know. Because at the same time, then like 2 years later, my first Whooptopia, we were all staying in the Whoop House. There was like 30 of us staying in there. None of us were really wearing masks or anything. We were sharing drinks.
Was that the one you got pneumonia?
And no. That was the last time I went, 2023.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
had
a lot of people
pneumonia
still
going
get
there.
sick at whoop houses, but my big thing is just like don't share. I'm just gonna bring my own stuff, my own utensils, and like just don't share. Like, no
Yeah.
offense, but like, yeah,
No.
that's kind of just my go-to.
There
It's
shouldn't
like,
be
I'm
any
just not gonna
offense to
share.
something like that, especially now.
Yeah, but it's like when
These
you got
days.
60 people piled in a house, and it's like, here, your turn, your turn, your turn. And it's like, here, take a drink of this or hit this. It's like, nah, I'll pass. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I'll get the next round.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I usually go in with that attitude, and then once everything starts flowing, I'm like, "Hey, now give me it." So
Oh man.
how long were the Thursday night races were going on for pre Whooptopia, right? When did Whooptopia first come into like? When did that idea first come about? Like, was there any other like big Whoop events going on before that?
Tiny Whoop Open or Tiny Whoop Invitational, excuse me. Tiny Whoop Invitational was like the only whoop race, like the real true whoop race. I aspired very strongly to be a part of Tiny Whoop because the person I grinded with was Noodle, who you mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Noodle was me and Noodle actually created Whooptopia as joint efforts, but he's no longer obviously flying drones. But he was a Team Tiny Whoop pilot, and he got invited to Tiny Whoop Invitational, and I ended up getting faster than him, and then I was getting quite a bit faster than him, and then he like really pushed hard for me to get into Tiny Whoop Invitational. And then I finally got my first golden ticket to be invited to Tiny Whoop Invitational on 2020, but that's COVID happened, so the event got canceled,
Man.
and then never came back. That's then when Tiny Whoop Open kind of came to fruition years later. So
Okay, so then no, there wasn't really a whole lot besides Tiny Whoop Invitational before Whooptopia. Then
not that I would know of. No, I guess there. Well, yeah, no, not really. The Baylands guys, Colby Curtola, SFPV, those guys hosted some races from time to time in the San Francisco area, and I did go out there for one of their races. But nothing was near as big. Like Tiny Whoop Invitational was like that was it. Like if you were there, you were like you deserved to be there type deal because it was invitational, right?
Sure,
it wasn't
yeah.
just buy a ticket, you go. It's you get a golden ticket, you're invited. He would mail it to you based on if you bought a package or something, or he just send it in general. So that was it. I mean, that was truly it. That was the only one. I'll never forget when that's when I started flying for Newbie Drone, took over as team captain there, and we sent Van over the Tiny Whoop Invitational. We got him invited, and we sent him with a B-Brain bind and fly, and he ended up smoking everyone at the Tiny Whoop Invitational.
Oh, he actually showed up?
Oh, he went and he won, and he crushed
shit.
it. And yeah, some feelings were hurt.
yeah, I bet.
That's for sure.
I bet.
'Cause he wasn't even a whoop pilot. It just said, "Here,
Yeah.
you're a good pilot. Fly this. Go race.
There's a picture of you
Represent Newbie Drone. We'll
with
pay
your-
for everything."
with your Newbie Drone championship ring. I think that's
Yeah.
from 2019. You're wearing there. Young face.
Oh yeah, we actually
Oh,
we
I
used to
remember that
hand those
picture.
out at the Thursday night races. Whoever won, you'd pass the ring to.
Okay. Nice.
I died off though. I think I still have like 2 of those laying around. They're like green now.
Oh,
Oh,
that's kind of cool though. Damn, yeah, man, you've been all over the place. So you competed in Whoop or iGal 1 as well. The very first iGal. I guess competed is a loose term, I should say.
I think I won 1 week. I think I did week 1, maybe 2.
Okay. I found your name on the roster, and I was like, "Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you were even involved at all. Like you had even tried in the first iGal. The first.
Yeah, I think I
iGal
joined the first 3.
Okay.
The first one I think I did 1 or 2 weeks. Same with the second one. The third one I'm like I'm gonna commit to it. But then that was the first time I've caught a whoop on fire. Was an iGal 3, and then that's when I quit iGal. After that, I think I made it like 5 or 6 weeks, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
How did you catch a whoop on fire?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the positive lead came off the flight controller and
Oh,
just started rubbing all around on top of the
shit.
FC, and I'd never seen a whoop catch fire before.
Yeah.
But I was frustrated because I had just built that whoop, and it was a brand new build specifically for freestyle, because all my stuff I was freestyling was just my race rigs.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, let me build something, because I'm like, these guys are flying 75 mils, they're low camera angle, like handle way better. I'm like, I got to copy what the top dogs are doing in freestyle. So I did, and then I don't know, 2 or 3 packs in, it smacked the ground,
Man.
wire came off, caught
Yeah.
fire, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with iGal.
Yeah. Fair
No
enough.
more for me.
Fair enough.
iGal will do that to you.
It breaks
iGal
so
will
many
definitely break
whoops,
some
dude.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a totally different animal.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. I have a lot of respect for a lot of you guys. I mean, you're an insane freestyle pilot, heads. I've seen tons of
Oh,
your
thank
stuff,
you.
and it's like, it blows my mind. Like, especially like I watch a lot of Tyrant stuff too. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like I can't grasp it.
Super
I really
technical.
can't. It's so insane.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
Very technical. Whole nother.
Yeah.
That's Tyrant's on a different level than me. I consider what I do freestyling. Tyrant can just execute tricks like. He can just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. Like you can just give him a list of things to do, and he can just remember them and do them. I can't. Like if you give me 3 moves to do in a line, I'm gonna forget all of them, and I'm just gonna go do some other shit. I'm just gonna do what I want. Like I can't do it.
It was always the hardest weeks, and I got like the scavenger hunt shit.
Oh my god, yeah. Fuck you, Skittles.
I can't.
Like, just remember 9 things. Just let me find the biggest stoners in the Whoop community and have them compete together to try to remember things.
Yeah.
That's basically all it was, dude. It sucked. But yeah,
judging Igal's fun, but competing.
Yeah, competing's another story.
Competing's tough. Yeah,
but you do destroy a lot of stuff in Igal. It is very demoralizing. Like you break tons of shit. I don't know how much you break in like racing practice, but I can't imagine it's nearly as much as with Igal. It's like Igal, you're just trying to do shit you've never done in your life. Just because Skittles was like, this will be funny. I'm gonna make them all do this. Whereas with racing, you know, like you know more or less racing maneuvers, and it's just putting them together and kind of sectioning out your tracks, or I guess however you guys break down your tracks. I know some people do them in sections, and I think I talked to Neon about that at Northeast Whoop Champs in 2024 about. He was talking about breaking tracks down into like quadrants, you know. So like he does not really thinking about gate after gate after gate. He's thinking about like sections of the track, which I always thought was really interesting. But just to my point, I was just saying it with Igal. It's like, you know, Dan's like, well, I want you to do a backflip and the end with a ceiling tap, and then, you know, do a power loop over your dog, and then like, you know, whatever, face punch yourself and land in your hands. It was just a bunch of shit you normally wouldn't do.
Celebration flipper roll.
Yeah, celebration flipper roll, of course.
Don't forget the celebration roll.
But it's just shit you would never normally do when you're just out flying. You know, like I assume when you're racing, obviously you're gonna have fuck ups here and there, and you're going way faster. But yeah, I don't know. I just can't imagine it's that.
No, it doesn't break near as much. Not even close.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah. I mean, 5-inch maybe, but whoops, not so much.
Yeah, true.
Like 5-inch just blow up when you smack a gate sometimes, but like
I can imagine.
Whoops, now mostly props and frames.
Yeah,
props, frames, occasional battery, flight controller here and there. Thankfully, the flight controllers I use now are really robust. I haven't been killing them. I think I've killed like 2 or 3 in the last over a year now. So
shit.
Are you still using? Nice. Are you still using the foreign ones?
Yeah, foreign ones. Yeah.
What is like? How many do you bring with you to a race? Like backups on average.
Normally I have
for 5-inch.
for 5-inch?
You said you break more with 5-inch, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I bring more whoops than I bring 5-inch because 5-inch is much more costly. But most times, like lately, I think I have like 8 rigs in my fleet right now of 5-inch quads.
Damn. And so you would bring all 8 if you go to a race? Shit.
Yeah.
What's the over? So the over under of you breaking something on a crash in a 5-inch race is it's pretty, like, it's not a guarantee, but like it's pretty common to just trash.
I mean, not as much. I guess it depends on the competition level. If you're at like a big competition, if you're at like multi GPIO World Cup or like champs, like I'm typically going to push a bit more beyond my limits, and then that means just more crashing. So I'll break more stuff. Whereas like a local race, I mean, we do a 6-month winter series, we call it. Because it's the time to fly where we're at in Arizona. It's because it's actually nice weather. It's not scalding hot. So we do like October, November, December, January, February, March, and then a championship in April. And you get points based on placements from all the races, whatever, to get invited to the championship. Mm-hmm. And like so far, what we've had our October, November, December race, and I've broken 1 quad so far.
Not bad.
So it's not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all. Shit.
It really wasn't horrible. It ended up just the way I mid-aired with the Street League quad very hard. Ooh. Smacked him. He was turning around to come back for the gate, and I just smashed into him, and it ended up just breaking the UFL off of my HE0 VTX. It did. So,
did you cook the VTX when the UFL broke off?
No, it was still working and transmitting, so it might be repairable, but I haven't dug into it yet. Okay. That was this past weekend, I want to say.
Mr. Mann says that conduit gates are also a lot less unforgiving. Excuse
me.
We
were talking about that.
Conduit break stuff.
Yeah, no shit. I didn't know they used conduit for those. That's insane.
Just because really they're bigger gates. The bigger
Well,
gates need the better construction, especially if you're building like a double high or a triple high. You have to use conduit. You can't
That
do
ma-
it.
yeah,
I
that
mean,
makes
it's so
sense.
hard to get away with that on PVC.
That makes sense.
the one clip that you had of him in the intro with where it was the nighttime all LED track,
Mhm.
that was from Arizona Night Tracks, and they're all conduit, right? It's all
Those
conduit.
are all
You said-
conduit. Those
Yeah.
gates they don't have fabric. They are conduit with an LED rope zip tied to them. So if
Yeah.
you hit those are destruction. And now that's a different
Yeah.
story of 5 inch, because like when AZ Night Tracks used to do events, we had this one called the Haunted Domes race we did. And it was
Oh,
like
that I remember watching that
these-
live stream.
Yeah, so it was like these domes that they were building down in like halfway to Tucson in a city called Casa Grande. It's like in the middle of nowhere, which has grown a lot. Actually, Wild Type moved down there recently, but there was these domes and they were considered haunted. Whatever. Ghost Adventures did an episode on them, and we raced in there and literally just think of like domes that had just like random doors in it, right? And we set up a drone course there, and like that was probably the most frustrating race I've ever been to in 5 inch, because like we went Thursday for practice day and I brought 6 quads. I broke all 6 at practice.
Holy shit.
So it's like I go home that night, wake up early in the morning, rebuild quads. I think I was able to build 4 or 5 more to go to qualifying day. Broke all those at qualifying day.
God.
And then the next day was finals. Same thing, wake up early, build. Got like 3 or 4 quads together, went to finals, and I broke my last quad in the very last final heat. So I went
my
home with no
God.
quads. And that was like the biggest, like, oh my goodness, this can be like way too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, there was
Yeah.
moving gates or something inside of the domes, wasn't there?
Yeah, we had Squidward.
Yeah,
that gate.
I knew there was something crazy.
Fuck that gate. Squidward and the gauntlet as well. You can actually kind of see it swing in that
beginning.
video that you
Yeah.
posted. The gauntlet
Yeah.
swings. That's the timing gate.
And then
that
you
thing's just going
smacked
back
into
and
the
forth.
head of a Grim Reaper and knocked its head off right after that. You like full
Yeah, the big
beans.
blow up.
Yeah, you like full beans into this thing and the head flies off of it. That's very funny.
Nice.
Oh man, good times.
Yeah, no, it's just digging through your YouTube. Anybody that hasn't already, I highly suggest go back and catch some racing history. Really, there's a lot of really really old races in there, and it's just your perspective. It's you racing at it, but it's just cool to see just how far things have come. It's amazing how quickly we have progressed just as a hobby. It's really incredible. But it was a fun deep dive going through your YouTube. It was good times. I'm glad you didn't remove all the old stuff on there.
Yeah, not everything. Not everything.
Yeah, I saw you pulled down a
kinda-
couple of the group videos you and your buddies did. Were you walking around town with your fingers?
Yeah, we would do it. We had a little thing that we started called Clue Movement, and we're like, let's create like our own like
Yeah.
form of like music
KLU,
videos,
bro.
if you will.
I'm on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love
So we were like, we would go to different places. We actually all got caught by the cops at one place that we filmed one of those at.
Really?
It was an old abandoned dog racing
just
track, and it was all
trespassing?
fenced off. But like the fence was down, but we went in there and like a bunch of cops rolled up on us, and there was like 17 of us in there. 2 of my friends just decided to run.
Smart.
That didn't help the cause, because
Smart.
then by the time all the rest of us were like, we're literally surrounded by cops. Like,
Yeah.
let's just walk to them. We all walk up to him. We see our 2 buddies sitting there in their handcuffs on the ground, and they thought that we were in there like partying and doing a bunch of drugs and doing whatever. And we're like, no, seriously, like we were literally here to film a music video. He's like, a music video, huh? You got marijuana shorts over here, because one of my buddy had like pot leaf shorts that he was wearing. My buddy Thomas, and
Marijuana
like,
shorts.
and they're like, we're gonna search every one of you, and if you're not telling the truth, and everyone's like, you're fine, search us. Like, we're
Yeah.
literally here to film a music video. Like, that's what the cameras are for. You don't see the cameras, like.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to believe us. It was funny. We all had to go to court together.
Oh,
we all had the same
God.
court date. Got
Sure, warrior
trespassing
goes to
tickets.
court.
Yeah, right. Everyone just started.
Melt the judge's face.
If it would
the
please
judge,
the
the
court.
judge was a complete asshole too, because he was pissed. Whatever the cop told him really made the judge pissed. The judge was really mad. He was like, "Man, this would make my day a lot easier if I could just line all 17 of you on the wall right now and just put a bullet in each one of your heads. That would make my
said
day
that?
a lot easier." He did say that.
Jesus.
And then he was like, and then he turned to his like officer of the court and was like, "We have 2 jail cells back there, and it's a Friday. Should we just throw them all in there and have them stay here for the weekend?"
What a fucking
Like,
asshole.
he was a complete dick. Like, we were all really respectful and everything,
Yeah.
and then we had to take an abuse class together, which
What?
made no sense.
Abusing what?
So we like,
Substance abuse?
we go into this class, and there's 17 of us, and then like 3 other people that are there for like abusing
God.
their wives and shit.
Oh, that
And,
kind
like,
of abuse.
Yeah.
Why
So we're like,
what?
why do we have to take this class? Like, this is so dumb.
doesn't
Like,
even make sense.
What is it? Made no sense. So we're all like, the teacher hated us because like we're all friends, so we're just constantly making jokes and laughing. She got so pissed.
And you were
Like,
what,
she was
like
screaming at us.
early 20s, late teens, early
Screaming at
20s
us.
then?
Mid-20s.
Mid 20s, okay. So yeah, you
Yeah.
were in the fuck around phase.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a lot of fun trying to deal with 17 of you in one classroom. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
That's wild that they
Good
sent you
times.
to a fucking domestic abuse class.
It's wild.
Yeah,
The
dude,
judge
it was
said, "Should we
crazy."
put a bullet on them for fucking filming a music video where they're dancing with LED fingers?" Like, what the fuck?
He was like, I don't want to see this stuff spread around my country. Let's kill these guys before it's too late.
Yeah.
The gloving movement's taking
Crazy
over.
stuff, man. Yeah, no kidding.
Oh my god.
You're like the modern
that's
day
wild.
Footloose.
I know. We just
Yeah,
want to
that's
dance. That's
Hands.
crazy, dude.
Like spirit fingers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
These aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers. So ridiculous. Oh man.
Oh man, that's too funny. God, that's crazy. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
Man.
interesting times.
So
That was crazy.
Speaking of getting in trouble, one thing we always ask a guest
Uh-oh.
that we haven't asked you, is there any story from your FPV history
Okay.
where it was like one of your sketchiest moments? Like where it's one where like if it was recorded, you probably wouldn't post it. It's like it's okay to talk about it because there's no evidence sort of thing. Maybe not that far, but maybe like a sketchy dive where you disconnected, smacked a gate and drone went flying into a crowd. I don't know. You know, I'm trying to spitball here. Like just one of those oh shit moments in flying, or been super high up in the air, couldn't find your way home, lost a whoop in a lake, just any of those.
Gorilla whooping.
Yeah, a gorilla
I mean,
whooping story, getting stuck in
There's
a...
nothing that I would say that I've done that like I wouldn't post.
Nothing too
No.
crazy.
Not really, no. I mean, I've definitely lost tons of drones in lakes and oceans and various places and snow and up in Denver one time.
Sure.
And like,
But no
other
like
than that,
Statue
no,
of Liberty
not
orbits
really.
or anything
I mean,
like that?
no, I guess probably the most law-breaking thing I've done in drones is like one time a guy reached out to me when I first started my filming business and was like, I want to get some slow panning shots of downtown Phoenix. And I had like a take hand. I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah,
They fly like
I have
complete
one.
dog shit.
I have one. Yeah, like I have an old shitty take can upstairs still. Yeah.
They fly rough, man.
Oh,
You
very
don't want
rough.
to turn those things too much.
Yeah.
But I flew one of those, and I think it was definitely on FR Sky. And I found this parking garage, went to the top of it. There's this rotating restaurant that's in downtown Phoenix. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna get a pan around that rotating restaurant. And I didn't even make it up to the restaurant before it fail-safed.
Oh shit.
And then it dropped, and I just hear it like smashing, hitting things, and then I hear someone yell down on the street. And they're like, I don't know what they yelled, but I just heard them yell, and I was like, oh shit, like I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Like I went down, got in my car in the garage, and I sat there for like a half hour, and I was like, man, I just really want the GoPro. Like I don't care about the drone, like I really want that GoPro.
Yeah.
And I ended up finding the drone, but not the GoPro. So,
Oh, somebody.
That something similar happened. I feel like Aviation said that he did a building dive in Canada and he lost video on his way down. And so he took his goggles off, and I think he said line of sight watched it fall, and then it disappeared behind some buildings. He couldn't see it. But then when he went to find it, somebody had picked it up and put it on top of a trash can. But I think he said the GoPro was missing off of it. I think it was something similar. Like they put the drone on the bin, but then they took the camera off it.
no. Damn.
That's odd if that is. It's kind of fucked up to just steal your GoPro and walk away.
It's just like, I'm gonna take this. I know what this is. I
Damn,
don't know what
dude.
to do with this thing. But yeah, nothing too crazy. No.
Well,
Follow the rules for the most part.
you said you started a filming business, which I was somewhat aware of. I noticed because you mentioned it here and there in some of your social media. But what's the scoop with that? What's the skinny there? Like, did you start an LLC and go through all that?
I did, which then it kind of like fell off, and I wasn't really pushing hard enough to like get gigs. Like at
Yeah.
first, I was really making a strong push for it, and I was doing a lot of free gigs of like friends that just like work at a restaurant or own a bar or like own whatever, just
Yeah.
like anything I could film. Like
Build that
it's like, let me
portfolio
come
up.
film you. You can have the footage for free as long as I can use it as well for
Yeah.
my portfolio. Exactly right. So like that, it started building into actual paid work, and then it's like, all right, time to LLC it, which I did, and then over time, I was like, I'm not doing anything with this, so I just let it fall off
Okay. So
at that point.
are you still licensed and everything though to like do work?
I mean, I still have Part 107.
Okay.
Yeah, my
So-
Part 107 is still active. Yeah,
So if you wanted to, or I guess if the opportunity arose, you could, or do you still do it at all?
I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
do. Yes, yeah. I still do filming work. Not as much as what I used to do.
Okay.
Kind of an interesting turn of events, but like. We had an event that we did in Washington, D.C. under the Multi-GP brand, where it was at the SCSP AI Expo, where the 4 branches of the military competed against each other.
Yeah.
And we partnered with another company that built all NDAA compliant drones, and essentially we ran the race operations inside of an indoor cage and ran an event where the 4 branches of the military raced against each other. The owner of the company, which is known as USNDA, United States National Drone Association, he ended up reaching out to me and was like, "Hey, can you do filming work with your drones?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I've been actually doing quite a bit of filming work
Cool.
for USNDA in Florida. I go out there about 6 times a year to do filming, which I can't really get in depth on because it's government contract work. It's all military stuff. It's all mission-based military work. You know, I don't even like the footage is something I'm not allowed to ever post. You know.
Yeah.
So they get access to it. It's theirs. You know, I have it. I have the footage, but I don't show it.
So there are
I don't share
some
it around
things
there.
you've flown that you would never post.
Oh well, yeah. I guess that's totally fair. Yeah, totally fair in that instance. Yeah, for sure. But not illegally. I mean, I'm within my legal. You know, at that point, you know. But like,
Just because it's with the government doesn't mean it's not illegal.
Yeah. Hey, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's cool though is like when you go to these events that I do. I just got back from one. We were just in Florida, November 29th to December 10th. I was just out
so
there.
real recently.
Yeah. I'll go back out in like 3 weeks as well for another event. But we get 5,000 feet AGL clearance, airspace clearance.
Holy
So-
shit.
Shit.
It's fun to fly a drone that high if you
I
haven't done
bet.
it before.
Yeah, I've never.
Me?
It's
never
fun and it's also
anywhere
boring. Like it's kind of
close.
exciting because like it's like holy shit. Like you know you gotta add GPS and everything to make sure you have like proper you see your AGL and whatnot. But it's interesting flying that high up, and it's crazy how far you can go away from yourself when you're that high up, right? Because
Yeah.
you don't have anything in between you
Right.
that's causing any signal
Yeah.
interference, right? Or like any walls or trees or anything. So it's pretty cool. But yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I do that pretty much in my filming business. I haven't really pushed it on anything else. I've done a couple track days recently, just at the private autocross track.
Okay.
One club hired me to come out there and film all their cars, all European cars that I went and did. But
Okay.
yeah,
Fair enough. So was that like, were you actually interested in it when you were doing it, or was it just kind of like I fly drones anyways, so like I might as well try to make a little money with it, or were you actually interested in like
pretty
the
much.
filming, editing, all that side of it?
No, just more like I fly drones. Might as well. I've always enjoyed film work in general. I'm not very great at it by any means necessary. Like I do edit, but like nowhere near at the level of most people do, right? Very, very minimal skill effort there. But I do have like some editors that I work with depending on what the the contract is. Like we had a Andretti's indoor karting and games. I don't know if you guys have those near you, but
I've heard that
I
name.
it's like
sounds
an
really
indoor
familiar.
go-kart place.
I remember seeing your video of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really.
Yeah, we
familiar.
did that, and that was like I brought in an editor that I work with
Okay.
separate, because he charges like 500 a minute of edited work, so I wanted like a 2-minute video, so like $1,000 is what his pay would be right for that, and like the quality of what that company wanted, I was like, I don't feel confident in my skills, but I have someone that can, so
Yeah.
if we can
Damn,
bring
Heads,
him in.
you're missing out on a lot of money from me, Heads. Fuck, $1,000 a minute.
500 a minute of
$500
edited
a
work.
minute?
I actually have a guy. So when I filmed like the park, which is like the country music festival, so
Yeah.
I filmed
Yes.
I don't know a handful of those, 4 or 5 of those now. The editor that does that, he's a really, really good editor, like phenomenal work. And I remember reaching out to him when I first got the Andretti's contract, and he was like, I was like, how much do you charge? He was like, I am $2,700 a minute of edited work.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
wow, these guys make
Buddy.
crazy money doing this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here charging $1,000 to come film for 3 days.
Bro, yeah, I was gonna say shit, man.
Heads is sitting here photoshopping me more teeth for free.
I did do that for free.
Yep.
For free. But that's just you're my boy. Why would I do that to you? Wasn't about to post your picture without fixing it.
Chris said concert work was fun. He had a good time. He came in, was my VO at one of the first ones that I did in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
We had good fun. It was actually really hilarious because like I flew. Funny story about flying at the Boots in the Park. So they don't like when the drone gets close. Like they don't want the drone within like 100 feet of the stage type deal.
Wow.
But this wasn't communicated to me at first.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get really close up shots. Go over the drummers.
Yeah.
Orbit around the singer, stuff like that, right? So like I remember flying in, and I got really really close. I forget what the artist's name was because I'm not huge into country music, but. I got really, really close to him, and he loved it. That he was on the piano, he was singing, and he saw the drone. He popped his head out, and was like looking at the drone, and like he was loving it. So I was getting real close to him, and then all of a sudden my walkie-talkie goes off, and it's like land the fucking drone, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I like come in, I land the drone. It's a really funny story. So then me and Ira, who is Hatter, he's in the chat. We land the drone, and we're like, let's go back to the media trailer. Charge some batteries, drop off the SD card, whatever. So we go in there and we're talking to like just people that work for the company, activated events in there, and we start saying how we someone started bitching about the drone and like we think it was the stage manager or something, and she's just like bitching and she's just being a dumb bitch, like and then like she goes, "There's this other lady in the media trailer that we don't know who it is." She goes, "I'm the manager of that band." And me and Ira were like, we don't know what to say. We just froze. We just froze.
Yeah.
And then after the event, she was actually ended up being really cool about it, thankfully.
Yeah.
But then after the event, she was like, so like when the artists get all their like RVs that they set up in the artist area, they always stock them with like beer, liquor, whatever their favorites are. And he ended up not drinking any of it. So then she like came to the trailer and was like, "If you guys want, go raid his trailer. He's out of here for the night. He's done. There's a ton."
No shit.
So me and Ira got like bottles of tequila and whiskey and wine,
yeah.
and like he took the tequila, I took the whiskey, and
Yeah.
like ended up working out well. But it was a really funny story because we both just turned like beet red. In that moment because we were talking so much shit about this lady in the media trailer, and she's in the media trailer.
Oh fuck.
Whoops.
So she was the manager for that band, but she had the issue with the drone being there.
Yeah,
though?
yeah, she didn't want the drone that close. Yeah,
but not the event
and then
coordinator. Like the person planning the event didn't say
No,
anything.
yeah, no, they were fine. But then every other event thereafter that was in my agreements
I
was
see.
like, you are not to get within like 150 feet of the band at all.
That just seems so silly because I feel like that's half of the point of being able to capture this type
With
of
a
footage
drone,
with
yeah.
a drone. Is that
But
you
at that
can
point,
get
Mavic
right
is the
up
only
on
thing you want to fly. I
Yeah.
just thought, I just put the Mavic up at that point. Like, there's no sense in flying FPV. Maybe crowd shots, 10 feet over the crowd cruising around. But like other than that,
No, there's no
Mavic shots all day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
there's no
was all Cinewhoops that you were doing this with, or
Before.
Yeah.
yeah.
It just ruined. It takes like the heart out of it when you put a Maverick up in the air or a Mavic versus a FPV drone. It's just like the soul. The soul
anybody
of the
could
flight.
anybody could do that.
Yeah. It
So you
just
set
feels so
waypoints,
robotic
and it can orbit perfectly by itself.
Yeah.
You can just, I mean, it's so simple. It's so simple.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's like when anyone comes up to you and they see you flying a drone, they're like, "Oh, I have a drone," and you like are almost certain it's a DJI. It's like 99% chance they fly a DJI, and
Right.
it's like, your drone flies you more.
Yeah,
Whatever.
exactly.
You fly drones.
You give it
I usually-
suggestions, and
I usually get the like, oh yeah, my wife bought me a drone a few years ago off of Amazon. It's still in the package. I've never flown it. And it's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should probably leave it there.
It's from Shenzhen, I think. It looks good.
Yeah.
Some name I can't pronounce.
4K, it says it does 4K video.
4K footage.
Yeah.
4K moving pictures, it says on the side of the box. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. But long and short of it is no real giant love for that. It's just because you got the skills. You can.
Yeah, I want to film cool stuff,
Yeah.
And I feel like drones and action sports just go hand in hand. When you're filming something that's still, there's only so much you can do. I mean, I've definitely seen some impressive work out there for people that do still shots. But like Chris Teal, for example, like he films all the Insomniac events, who hosts like EDC and all the different Wonderlands that they do out in California, and he films a lot in Denver and Utah and stuff like that at music festivals, and like they let him get right up on them. I mean, he's gotten crazy close. Deadmau5. He's caught his drone a few times. He'll be like, "Come here, let him catch and land on his hand," and like.
Oh yeah, speaking of
country
Deadmau5
concerts.
Oh yeah, no shit. But real quick, speaking of Deadmau5, when we were talking about all the sponsors and everything you've had throughout your life, you have like a Deadmau5 jersey that I've seen you wear to events before. Is there any story? Is that something that you just had made? Is
Well,
that
he's
something
met him.
that
He's
Yeah.
met Dead Mouse.
Yeah, I
He has
have
a
met
picture.
him. I've just been. I mean, I EDM music is one of my favorite. I listen to a lot of hip hop and I listen to a lot of EDM. That's like my like pretty much two go-tos for
Mhm.
the most part. I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything, but those are like my go-tos, if you will. And like when I was big in the EDM scene, when I saw Dead Mouse for the first time, I built a Dead Mouse head. It's in my closet over here.
I think I've
So
seen
like
that
the
too. I
full
think I saw a
helmet, I
picture.
built
Yeah.
it. Yeah, and like I remember leaving the show at the end of the night and some guy was like, "Are you not getting your mouse head autographed by Dead Mouse?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like at the end of every show, if you hang out in the venue, as long as you have a Dead Mouse head, they'll let you stay in there and then once everyone clears out, he'll come out and sign your Dead Mouse head. I'm like, "Oh,
That's
sick."
that's
sick.
shit.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
got
know
it
that.
signed. Yeah, and then me and my wife went to another one of his shows that was more like a not so much like a party type show as in like an amphitheater where you're seated, so it's
Yeah.
much more like relaxed, calmer type music, if you will. And yeah, she bought me that jersey at that one, so that was just one of his tour jerseys that he
Oh,
had.
okay.
Yeah,
So
that's sick.
follow-up question, why have you not put FPV goggles into your Dead Mouse head and worn that at races?
It's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good question. Two reasons. One, when I built my Dead Mouse head, my head barely fit in it. And I was lighter back then, so my head's grown a little bit. So that's one. And then two, my Dead Mouse head is sketchy as fuck. So like, there's a construction helmet that's inside of that big hamster ball that it's built inside of, and there's screws holding the hamster ball to the construction helmet. And there's just a screw that goes straight down that literally sits maybe a half an inch off of the top of my head. And that's really sketchy because I'm just like, dude, all it takes is one person to walk up and just bop it on the top of the head and like die.
Yeah.
So like, it's a souvenir now. It just stays. I don't wear it anymore.
Yeah, it's a shelf
It
piece.
just yeah.
No, I like it. I fuck with Dead Mouse. I like his shows are
Yep.
crazy cool. Like the cube
Yeah.
and all the work
Cube.
that he goes
Have you ever
into.
been to one? Have you seen them heads?
No.
okay.
I've seen them. I haven't been to one though.
Oh, okay.
I think the
okay.
coolest like visual show I've ever been to is like TSO and Blue Man Group.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Blue Man Group, asshole.
Dude,
Sorry.
that's sick.
Sorry.
Everybody close to me in my life has seen Blue Man Group but me, and I hate it. I'm so
I haven't seen them.
You should definitely go see him in Vegas if you can see him at the home.
Yeah, I was gonna
stage.
say,
It's
aren't
really
you like 2 hours from Vegas?
It's like 4.5,
Oh,
4.5, 5, depending on traffic out of the valley. But yeah,
cool? It'd be worth it to see a Blue Man Group show. That shit's awesome.
yeah, we haven't gone to Vegas in a while. It's been some time. I mean, when I first turned 21, that was like the thing. 3-day weekend. We go to Vegas. We're off to Vegas.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so easy to go there.
you used to have a friend that was a pilot, right? That would fly you guys out to Vegas. Am I remembering that correctly?
So I know who you're talking about. I never rode with him because I'm scared of those airplanes.
I
I'm
mean,
scared of those little Cessnas,
Yeah.
those little
Cessnas,
like
yeah,
two-seaters,
yeah.
man.
those are sketchy.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, they're scary. So like honestly, like I don't know. I just have a fear of that. So like no, I've ridden in one before, but like not just getting flown straight to Vegas. No, I mean, but the nice thing is too, like if me and my wife go, we normally fly because a lot of times you can get $49 one ways. So $100
Yeah.
to fly,
Oh,
save
yeah.
you the time of driving.
probably takes
Oh.
You know.
35 minutes.
Just I saw.
Oh yeah, it's a super short flight.
I saw she was in the chat earlier. I'd seen pictures of you guys when you were really young, and you've known each other for a really long time.
Yeah, we've been together 13 years.
Wow, man! Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And you said you guys met when you were working the like bottle service kind of thing, right?
Club promotion
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
exactly.
cool, man. That's so
Uh,
cool.
Yeah.
I met my wife in a bar, so I mean that we've been together for 15 years.
Don't fuck this up.
Uh,
Oh wow.
but
Okay.
I-
How long have you been married?
We got married in 2015, so 10,
Okay.
10 years married.
so-
We met in
Oh,
2009.
15. Okay.
Um,
Okay.
But yeah, we
Wow.
met in a bar. I mean, I was there, happy hour, drunk, 4-inch mohawk. The sides of my head were shaved. I had glue in my hair to hold it up because my hair was so long.
Hell yeah, brother.
And I would just
Oh,
get
nice.
like Friday to Sunday. I would just get drunk at a bar with my buddies, and then I'd go back to work and grind throughout the week. But that's where I met her. Yeah, I just walked up and asked one of her friends if she could cornrow my mohawk into 2 solid braids all the way back. I ended up getting it done. Looked pretty good. I mean,
Nice.
it
That's
didn't.
What?
but-
Wait.
You've never seen that? Come on.
No.
Come on. This is a picture
If
as
I-
old as time, my friend. This is when I worked at the tattoo shop.
I mean, if I've seen it, I've clearly seen it when I was.
I've shown it on
too
stream before. I'll
inebriated to remember.
I'll send it to you. I got to dig for it. It's on a hard drive somewhere. But no, when I met my
Okay.
wife, I had a mohawk for like the longest time. She's asked me to bring it back a couple times.
I think
Too
you
too
should.
old for that shit now. Nah, I'm too old for a mohawk now. It's crazy. That's absurd. I wouldn't do it now. Maybe when I get older, you know, I got to be like retirement age. Then you can start doing crazy
Right.
shit again.
Yeah, then it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, right.
Just do
right.
it, dude. You already
Yeah,
got the
definitely. I
good
definitely remember the Elmer's glue day though. I had Liberty spikes, about foot
Oh,
long
I did
Liberty
Liberty
spikes at one
Spikes.
point.
Yeah,
I
I
had
did Liberty Spikes
dyed my
before.
hair because once I was graduated grade school and was in high school, you were allowed to dye your hair in high school. In grade school, you weren't allowed to have colored hair. So I had like bright blue
No
hair.
shit.
Did
Yeah,
you
at
go to
least
public school?
Yeah.
And you weren't allowed to dye your hair?
That's so random.
Not until you got to high school.
No.
That
Grade school,
seems
K through 8, you were
offensive.
not allowed to dye your hair. But once you were a freshman in high school, you could. So I dyed my hair blue, and I had the Liberty spikes. And I remember how much work it would take with that glue. I would do it the night before
Dude, it
and then
took
sleep with
forever.
my head hanging off the bed.
It took
I
forever,
did-
bro.
Oh, forever.
I did Liberty
Forever.
Spikes one time, and it was when I got my hair cut, and the lady that cut my hair did the Liberty Spikes, and I remember sleeping like that, and I was the next morning I was like, this is cool. I went to school like that, and I was like, that's so much work. I'm never doing that again.
So much dedication.
And my shit was not a foot long. That shit was like maybe 3 inches.
Okay.
Don't clip that.
It's already been clipped. OG, do you have stream open right now?
Yes.
Look, there's
Oh,
a picture of my mohawk cornrowed.
Oh yeah, I want to see this.
It's kind of rough. It's a rough picture. I took it myself, so it's kind of in a hard spot. But it was long.
See,
look,
all of-
look at that hang time, baby.
All
there
of my
it
rough,
is. There it
all of my
pops up.
all of my rough pictures are just me like
There you
super
go.
fat. Oh yeah, Jesus Christ, that's like a double rat tail.
Yeah, dude, it was gnarly.
Did you ever
How
have a
big were
rat
your
tail?
gauges?
I never had a rat tail. No, they were 1 inch at the max.
1 inch. Okay.
I worked at a tattoo shop for a
still have
while
them?
as a piercer. No, I mean I took them out a while ago. They're like maybe like two now, maybe. They've shrunk a
Okay.
lot. I cut them. Like
You
the
did the cut method.
yeah, like I did the scabbing on the inside to kind of close them up.
Mhm.
I used a drill bit to close mine up.
Like
I
the-
took a dr-
just
I
to
took
rough
drill
the skin
bits
up?
and- yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because mine were 7/8 was the biggest I ever had mine, and then I started wearing gauges again now. They're like a 00, I think I wear.
I
Just
can't-
like little silicone plugs.
I can't
Yeah,
do
because
it.
my wife was like, "You need to start putting something in there because they look like a loose butthole."
They do look like a
Hang
loose
in there.
butthole if you don't. Yeah,
She was like, "I don't like the loose butthole look. You need to put something in there."
yeah, true, true. Yeah, cutting them up a little bit helps to close them. You just let them scab and then cut and scab and cut and scab. It just takes forever.
Yeah,
Um,
it fucking sucks.
but I
Sucks
saw-
Yeah,
about as much as
I did the
tapering in
sandpaper
first
with
place.
mine.
Okay.
Was the plan.
Oh,
Put
yeah.
the little sandpaper and yank it out.
How big did you have yours?
At an inch. I was at
1
an
inch,
inch as
okay.
well.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
It takes
I always
forever.
wanted to
Yours
go to an
closed up
inch.
way more.
They're pretty
Damn.
pretty small now.
Mine,
Oh,
I think I
yeah.
can still fit like a pen in mine, like that size. So I need to work on mine again and get them closed.
Yeah,
more.
I remember freaking people out back in the day, just like sticking my thumb through my ear.
Yeah.
Gross, dude. I gauged mine when the Hot Topic wasn't even a thing. You couldn't like go buy like tapers or anything.
The
so
tapers, yeah,
we would
yeah.
we
Oh.
would hang locks, like master locks and heavy things off of our ears and let it
Oh,
let it
yeah.
stay there all day to try to pull the skin
Double
some.
stretch.
Oh,
Nice.
dude, it was
So
brutal.
how old were you heads when you started stretching yours? Because I started when I was like,
I was in 6th grade and it was an accident.
Oh, okay.
I like
was gonna say,
accidentally. I was twisting, you know, the tube, the ink tube of a pen.
yeah,
Like I had my ears pierced and I was like twisting one into one of my ears and it like popped through. Like I like twisted it the whole way through by the end of the class. And I was like, oh shit. So I chopped off the ends of it and left it there. And then I did the other ear and then I started stretching them.
yeah. Also, can we just talk about I don't think anybody that hasn't stretched their ears realizes the fucking smell.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
The
I don't-
fucking smell
Do we
is
have
one
to
of the
talk
worst
about
smells in the world.
We probably
dude.
don't have to talk
I mean,
about
we need to.
It's pretty gross. Yeah, it's pretty gross. What other? So, shit. Are we missing any side streets? You were skateboarding professionally, playing Halo professionally, gloving professionally. Is it called gloving? I feel like I'm saying it right. Am I saying it wrong?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's definitely right. Yeah.
And now FPV racing professionally.
Mhm.
Is there anything
That's
else?
it.
That's
That's
I
it.
mean, you say that's
Nope.
it, but like that's pretty fucking impressive. Most people get one of those
Yeah.
done in their life.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
fair enough.
you being able to
Well-
jump in and out of all these different ones is pretty impressive.
So, what I want to ask, so like I know that obviously, we both know you through FPV, and that's what we see you having taken the most seriously. But is FPV the thing that you have taken the most seriously, that you've taken the farthest? Would you say, or like
Probably skateboarding.
skateboarding?
Yeah, yeah. I pretty much lived at the skate park, man. Like I remember I had like a mission of like seeing how many days I'd go to the skate park in a row without missing a day, and I was like 800 and something days. It was like
Fuck.
like over 2 years of like every single day I was at the skate park, and I would go anywhere from 2 to 8 hours a day every day.
Damn.
This was
It's like,
in
I
Arizona.
don't
as well?
fly drones like that. Yeah. Born and raised here, so.
Okay.
Dedication though, for sure. I do the same thing with flying. I try never to miss a day of flying, even if it's in the sim, like for an hour or two. I'll stay up until 3 in the morning
God.
just to be able to pull out a couple hours of flying.
I've missed so many days of.
Oh man, I envy that.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
Well, I'm fucking tired all the time, but like I got to get it done. I got to try.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, no. Sometimes I'll go to sleep and then like 4 hours later I'm up taking my son to school because it's like I stayed up late flying in the sim or got like lost. I just put an album on and got lost flying in the sim for 2-3 hours or whatever, and then
And
realized
it's a great release, though. Put on your favorite music and
Oh,
just
yeah.
fly, man. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Time
That's
flies when you do that.
that's how me and AK met. I remember. It was right before. It was during COVID, and it was when the first kind of iteration of what turned into the We Bleed Team series.
The sim one.
Yeah, the sim one, and the first iteration was the Newbie Drone series, and it was I think you were running it, and I just jumped into a random lobby, and AK was testing a bunch of tracks out. He's like, I'm testing out tracks for this new series, and I flew with him for probably over an hour, and it was just like you were saying earlier with Mr. Man and Shark. It was like, oh, now I'm kind of seeing what I need to chase.
Yeah.
And wound up just chasing this motherfucker around, get my ass kicked for an hour or two, and it's like, well, fuck. Now I'm
We
seeing.
had a
what's
lot of good
possible to
racing
do.
though, man. Back
Yeah.
then, when you were heavy on your sim grind, dude, you definitely climbed those ranks. You were a beast.
Well, I still think about the fact that my first ever IRL race ever, I beat you at at Wreck Drones, the Thursday
Yep.
night before the 2021 Wooptopia. It was
Okay.
it was,
Yep. I remember that.
Vanadium
remember
1,
that.
Me 2, AK3. Probably still my proudest moment in racing.
I couldn't tell. I could not tell at all.
You were
I've
also
never-
that guy
I've
that would
never talked about it.
screenshot, right? Every time you beat certain people in Velocity,
Oh,
you
yeah,
take
yeah,
a
yeah.
screenshot and save
Oh,
your
I-
little archive.
bro,
You got a folder of all the screenshots.
I used to, dude. This is how far back it goes. I had a
You used to say that
screenshot.
all the time in Discord, like screenshotting that one.
I had a screenshot of beating IQO.
Oh, nice.
You like that's a fucking OG name right there. Like,
Yeah, he's fast.
yeah.
You're ridiculous.
Oh man.
You had a folder filled with your all of the scalps you collected.
Yes.
I was in here saying Rocket League, definitely not professional in Rocket League. Kids are cracked in that game. I'm decent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not pro. Not pro.
Yeah. No, I'm dog shit. I think I'm
But
gold 2.
kids
Gold
are
2
nuts
right
in
now.
Okay, you and Shark should play. I think Shark's like gold one.
Yeah. No, I'm.
Okay.
It's like one of those things where like I'll have a random. Like I'm, it's starting to. Some things are starting to click, and I'll have like a random game where I'll just like go off, and then most of the time it's just like, let's drive around, look at the ball a little bit.
Oh man,
Twisted
yeah.
Carbon has an interesting question. I can kind of answer it, but you could probably give a much more detailed answer. Obviously, did anything from gloving transfer into FPV? I was going to say the lights did. I saw those got zip tied to the bottom of a 5-inch quad at some point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I found an old video of you showing that you were reusing some of the gloving lights to zip tie to a 5-inch quad. But anything else? Would you say that you learned from gloving, like maybe just like rhythm or flow or any of those things? Do you feel
Exactly what
like
I was going to
those
say. Flow.
transfer the
Definitely
flow?
flow. Yeah, yeah, just painting a story, right? Like or painting out a whole picture or story, if you will. Because like that's like how gloving was, right? You wanted to like make sure you're hitting musicality to the beat, going the right pace, and really like telling a story with it. And that's like when I first got into FPV, that's what it felt like, right? It's like
Yeah.
I love watching people. I like watching flight footage where they're just constantly going through different stuff versus like I'm just gonna fly this one obstacle for a battery, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like putting a full line together. I always love watching that. So like that's I'd say that correlates over. But definitely the
Absolutely.
lights, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that because we were at the race and people were like, dude, those are the coolest freaking lights. Like you have like 12 colors coming off the back of your drone for like 20 feet. Like how did you get those? And I'm like, these are like $25 each
Yeah.
light. You don't want these.
I got my new whites for this drone. What do you mean?
It's like, sit down, boys. Let me show you a little something here.
Yeah.
What was the term again for when you
Was it
go from
passes?
hand?
Did you
No.
say what was the term?
Trades.
Trades.
Was it trades?
Yeah, trading.
A lot
Like
of sick
trade light
trades.
shows.
A lot of sick trades.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like if you're at like a festival or something, you go up to another glover, you just ask, "Do you want to trade?"
Fire
You know what that means.
trades. Yeah, no,
Fire
dude, I
trade.
saw, bro. I was all over it. I also noticed that you referred to people as finger fairy homies. Did you want to?
Finger fairies was definitely a name we had for sure. There's like,
You want to elaborate on that? Or?
that was, I mean, I don't know much about it.
Well,
But
Oh man.
oh man,
It
that's
was-
funny. That's yeah. I don't really know too much about it. I mean, I've heard people use that term before. You know, it's like you're like a little fairy. Your little fingers. You're just a little finger fairy.
Well, but
the fact that you aren't Finger Fairy FPV just fucking blows my mind.
Oh man,
uh,
name change.
yeah, there was a post about in the GGN Phoenix group where a user had made death threats to another user, and you had made a post just saying like, "This guy's gone, you know, no sweat. Let's move on productively." And then at the end, you said, "Continue on, my finger fairy homies," is how you signed off the post, and I thought that was a very interesting way. So I wanted to ask about finger fairies, but okay, yeah, no, that's fine. That's good. Just a name that was passed around.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, pretty much.
all right, fair enough.
Yeah, not too much context behind it. Just kind of what it sounds like, right?
Yeah. It's not too deep. Not too deep of a name.
Yeah, it's kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I first off, I do want to thank you for your time. We're coming up on 2 hours. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we haven't touched on yet, or maybe something we passed over too quickly? You wanted to maybe add some more, any stories we missed, anything? I want to try to get everything we can in one spot if we can, in one video if we can. So if there's anything I'm missing.
So this is a fun, just off the top, random thing I always like to ask people in like settings like this when we're on streams. I've used to do it in the past and other hobbies on streams, but never in FPV.
Okay.
We'll see if you guys want to play along or where you guys are at, but like a most embarrassing moment.
Okay.
Your most embarrassing moment, like if all three of us want to share.
Okay. A most embarrassing,
embarrassing
like
moment.
period at all?
No. You don't have to go with the worst because my worst I will not share on stream. Period. Like I'll tell you guys about it in New York, no problem.
Yeah.
But like, there's no way I'm talking about that on the stream.
That's fair.
But I definitely have a pretty embarrassing moment from like getting fired from a job, like the one job that I got fired from when I was young. But other than that, I mean, if you guys are in for it, I mean, I'm in.
Do you have a good one, OG? I'll sit and ponder. I'm sure I could.
Well,
I'm sure I could think of something.
I can easily tell you my most embarrassing moment in FPV, which is
Okay.
me and Heads and do you know who Malty is? Are you using the fogger? You fucking with the fogger?
Yeah, I guess that one.
Hey. Do you know who Malty is? The third
No.
invisible partner of Infinity Loops?
Do not. I've never met him.
That's fair. Nobody's ever.
This
met him.
shocks me. I was playing.
But
Nobody
so
knows
we met up to do a Infinity Loops video and do a freestyle session, and one of Heads' friends, one of his longtime friends, Jack,
Huge
came
personality.
to check it out, to check it out and see what drones were all about. And
We were flying in his
I
neighborhood.
we were flying in his neighborhood,
Yeah.
and I wound up flying a fucking toothpick
2
right
inch.
into the side of his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right into the side of his
hit him in the
face.
side of the face. Like, and it like sat there for a while. Like it was like armed.
Like it was one of those
Like,
things where it
up
was
against
so
his face.
unexpected that like I hit it and I didn't even realize, and I was just like, and so I just sat there armed against his face for a second.
Oh my god.
Haven't
Dude,
seen him
that's-
since that day. I don't know if that's a coincidence.
It was.
or-
He probably tells that story about you all the time, and he's like, "Fuck that guy."
He probably does, dude. He probably
Oh
does.
man,
Yeah, OG has
dude,
a way
that's
of.
brutal. You hit him, and then you kept just eating away
Bro,
at his face.
just
It sat there for a bit. Yeah.
I've hit heads in the face before too.
Yeah. Back of the head, face. Yeah. A couple
Yeah,
times. He's hit me in the back
Oh
of the
my
head
goodness.
at like Mach fuck when we were out in the middle of nowhere. We were out in the middle of a park. Like there's nothing but air around us. And somehow
my battery was dying.
In
My
this-
battery was dying. I tried to juicy flick over his head, and it
Whack!
said no.
right off
it
the back
said
of my
nay.
head, just full speed.
That's why I don't gorilla root, man. I'm not brave enough to gorilla root.
And he had just
Oh,
pitch flipped
man.
into it. He'd like flung into it to juicy flick. So he'd like flung over, just went full beans right into the back of my head. It's at the beginning
but
of
see-
one of our videos. You can just see it
Yeah.
smack off the side of my head.
That's my problem. Is I get too lost when I'm flying. Like I remember, I have no idea what race it was, but I remember being at a race with you one time, and we were talking about lines, and just I was kind of picking your brain about what you were doing on this track, and you were talking about like, well, I'm looking at this marker on the ground so that I know when to pre-turn for this and all this, and I'm just like, I don't think that much about it when I fly. I just like my brain kind of goes off and it's all instinctual. That's why I have a hard time like translating to like talk about. That's why I've never really done a whole lot of like racing tutorial videos on the YouTube and everything. I have a hard time translating what I'm doing into like this is how you do such and such.
Right.
Like it's a whole different ball game to kind of like analyze what you're doing, and I've never been good at that. I just kind of turn my brain off and fly, and sometimes juicy flick into people's heads.
Heads. Yeah.
Heads. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's- oh man.
Well, I don't mind
Brutal.
doing an embarrassing story. I got to think a little bit. Is that your embarrassing one? Is when you hit Jack with the drone?
At least FPV like life embarrassing stories. Yeah, there's probably a whole lot. I mean, I was a
have one-
fucking
one
drug
that-
addict. I got a lot of stories.
One that immediately came to mind was when I was still in school. I was in high school, and there was this girl that I really liked, and she was in the same class as me. And I got up, 'cause I had a cold, and I got up to go blow my nose at the front of the class, and then walked back to my seat, not realizing there was a big old fucking boogie like up around my nose, and
No.
like outside of my nose, like up here.
Oh,
Dude, yeah, it was
man.
annoying. And I went back and sat and talked to her, and she's the one who pointed it out to me. And I was like, "Fuck a duck." You don't recover
Oh
from that.
man,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Didn't go anywhere. The relationship didn't go anywhere. Go figure.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yo, booger face, I don't want to talk to you."
Yep.
That's right.
Yep. I remember
Crazy
throwing
every
up
time.
Jimmy Dean's mini frozen sauces and biscuits in 3rd grade,
Like in front of people.
just right in the middle of the class.
Ah,
Like I got up and I couldn't
gross.
make it anywhere, and I just fucking puked in the middle of the classroom. I can still picture it.
the puke. That's gross.
I can picture my panic of like running around like, oh fuck, where am I gonna go? I guess right here.
Right here looks good.
Right here looks good.
Well, you sounded
Fuck
like you
my
had one in
social
the
life.
chamber. You sound like
Oh,
you
Yeah,
had
no,
one in
I
the chamber.
definitely do.
Yes.
Like I said, I mean, I have a pretty gnarly one that I'll share with you guys off record, but it was embarrassing mostly because of the fact that I got fired from it. But there was when I worked at God, I was like 16, 17 years old, and I worked at this bakery, and it was like a bakery / like lunch spot, like cafeteria style. You walk around and get half a sandwich, soup, salad, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was a busser there, so I was just cleaning up tables. And there was this cashier chick that worked there, and she brought one of those super freaking annoying little squirt guns. Like the original little cheap squirt guns are the most annoying ones because
Yeah.
they shoot that thin little stream,
Yeah.
and it's just hella annoying. Like I'd rather get hit with like a super soaker, like
Right.
So it's like, and she used to just every time I'd walk by, freaking shoot me with that thing, and it drove me up the wall. And I told her I was like, one day I'm gonna get you back, and it's not gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna get you back, and you're not gonna like it. And then I like went to my busing buddies and I was like, hey, So this is what's been going on. Do you guys have any like ideas, like anything that we can do that I can do to get her back?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you work tomorrow, right? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, tomorrow's Halloween. And he goes, so I play hockey. My buddy goes, I play hockey. And super random, he's like, but this thing that we do in hockey, it's very common, is if like we're all hanging out and someone falls asleep, we'll shit in a plastic bag and slap them with the plastic bag, like to wake them up. I'm like, what? And he's like, well, tomorrow's Halloween, so you should shit in a plastic bag and like, like tie it to her car handle when she gets off of work and put like a little note like "Happy Halloween, here's some candy for you" or something. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like a great idea. Like, yes, 16.
Only the 16-year-old
awesome.
brain will think, yeah.
Let's do it. Like, great. One, pooping into a bag is very difficult. So I go into the bathroom at work, like 10 minutes till we're like end of shift, and I shit in a bag. I tie it up, and I go tie it to her car door, and I put a little note on there like "Happy Halloween, here's a bag of goodies for you."
Yeah.
And then like me and all my busing buddies were like so excited to watch this go down. So like we made sure we parked like really far across the whole lot, but to where an angle to where we could still like watch, but maybe she wouldn't see us. And like she was a heavyset girl, so when she goes to her car, she got really excited about this bag of candy. Like she really thought someone gave her a bag of candy. She was really, really stoked. So she like opens up the bag and just like literally just shoves her hand. She doesn't even look in the bag. She just opens it, shoves her hand in there, and just pulls out the shit. And it's like falling out of her hand.
AK, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Bro,
What?
and we laughed so hard, and she knew it was me immediately. Like she knew. Like she screamed, like just yelled it out loud, and I was like, "We gotta go," and like get in the car and dip. And like next morning, I come into work, and my boss is like the big boss, like the whatever, the manager or the GM of the place. He's like, "I need to see you in my office." And I'm like, "Okay." And he like brings me in there, and he's like, "So there was an occurrence yesterday, and I need you to explain to me what happened." And it like I turned beet red because I'm like, "How am I going to tell this to my boss?" Like I was
shit in a bag.
so nervous. I'm like, "Dude, this is going to be the hardest thing." And he goes, "Before you start, just can you tell me that this is not true?" And I was like, "It's true." And he just starts laughing. And he was like, "Dude, you shit in a bag, bro?" He's like, "Really? Like you shit in a bag? Like you had to do that at work? I have to fire you. You did that at work. Like I have to fire you. I'm trying so hard right now to be serious. I want to laugh so hard, but this is not professional." He's like, "I have to let you go. So you got to go." But like telling him the story, like he made me go through the full details of like how it led up to that. And I was just so embarrassed, dude. Like I was like, this is the hardest conversation I've ever had in my life at that point.
Oh, that's brutal. Oh my
that
god,
was tough.
dude.
That was tough. I mean, hilarious prank for her, but,
no,
like,
it
for us to watch.
That was very funny. I can't believe she just no holds barred,
She
just
went for it,
hands
dude.
right in there.
She went for it. She really thought it
what
was
the
like a nice gift.
Fuck.
I mean, like, no homo, but like, I don't stick my hand into anything without looking first.
Trying to
Go bless us. Let's take my strong hand.
trying to do the math on that one.
Oh man.
Well, that's fair. That I think you took the cake there on that one. Then I don't have any shitting in a bag and having anybody grab it stories. I don't think I can top that one. That one's pretty good.
It was rough, man. That was a hard conversation to have.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Not
Especially you said you were a teenager as well. So
Yeah, I was it couldn't have been more than 16 at that point. 'Cause I think I started working there like part-time when I was 15.
Yeah, but see, that's
tough.
the type of conversation you want to have with management only when you're like 16, 17. If you're having that
True.
type of
Oh, for
conversation
sure.
with
Yeah,
management
now-
when you're 30,
Yeah. Like so you're
Good luck finding another job.
37 and you shit in a bag.
yeah, imagine that guy getting called as a reference when you're almost 40.
Yeah.
Like, why did you have to let this guy go? Well, he's shit in the bag.
You know, he's a great guy, a lot of potential, but he does have an issue with
man.
shitting in bags, putting it on people's cars. I just can't believe that she just put her hand in without even looking. That's insane.
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
she went for it, man.
That's fucked. That's so fucked.
No hold back.
Yeah, it's wild.
Jesus Murphy. Well, that was a wonderful story. I enjoyed that one. Thank you for sharing it.
And if that was the one that you were willing to tell on stream, I can't fucking wait to hear the one that you heard in New York.
Yeah.
I almost lost my wife from my other one, so you'll hear about it.
Oh,
Oh God.
Only a few people know that one. Very few
Um,
people.
Well, I did enjoy the story. I do appreciate you sharing that one. That's a good one.
For sure.
Was there anything else besides the time that you made a woman grab your shit that you would like to talk about?
Nope. I'm good. I'm done.
I love that. He's like, well,
I'm
you
slightly regretting even telling you guys that, but here we
I've
are.
incriminated myself enough.
covered my history well enough. I think we got the shit story in there. We're all good. We're all caught up. Well, if there's any questions from chat, you can feel free to ask them now if you'd like. Otherwise, I highly recommend you all check out AK's socials. They're down in the description. You can check out his YouTube, and I believe I linked his Facebook down there as well. Where else can we find you? Is there any? Am I missing things? What else? Do you have anything else you want to plug? Any events you're going to be at coming soon? You have Wooptopia coming up. I don't know if you still are looking for fill out spectator room there, or
Yeah, spectators are always welcome. Always welcome. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Always encouraged. There's a full wall of bleachers. Houses hundreds of people. No problem. So
excellent. Okay,
we always have more than enough space for spectators. But
and that is
yeah, no, I saw the description. That's what I would. Yeah, that's good for me.
in the date again for Wooptopia this year because it has changed.
What was that?
The date again for this year for or for 2026 for Wooptopia is
February 14 to 16.
February 14th to 16th. If you're in Arizona.
Yeah, Philoblasta.
Oh,
It's Phoenix, Arizona, or near Phoenix.
Yes.
It's in Phoenix.
Yeah, it is. Is it okay? Also, real quick, one of the questions here, which I kind of meant to bring up earlier. We don't have to get super deep into it, but NAR FPV had asked about just kind of like your track designing process when you're looking at an empty space. Where do you start with designing the track? Like, what is your when you see an empty space? Like, are you just like, I want to have like this obstacle, this obstacle, this obstacle, or like kind of how do you approach empty space to find the start of your track build?
I mean, it's definitely not a short-winded answer. That's for sure.
I know it's a loaded question. It's hard to kind of.
It is. I mean, there's, I would say one of the best things to do is I actually went on a stream with MultiGP with Scully to talk about this in depth. We did like over an hour really digging into it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's still on the MultiGP YouTube channel. So I'd suggest checking that out. That's really where we break it down, like truly break it down on like just kind of my vision on things, on how it works and how my mind works, right? Because there's the thing with track design, it's like an art, right? There's no right or wrong way to do it, if you will, it's all based on personal opinions and personal feeling. But I definitely feel like there's certain maneuvers, like I said earlier, certain maneuvers that I think are a big no-no. Like if you have me in a 5-gate left sweep that's doing a 180 turn in that 5-gate left sweep, and then you're having me hit a right corkscrew at the end of it, no. Like, don't do that. Don't do that to me.
And I know another big thing is with you is big elevation changes, right?
Elevation changes, yeah. Elevation changes are huge, right? Making it make sense. If you're climbing, make it be a gradual climb. If you're descending, gradual descend. Unless it's like a split S or something, right? You can drop down much quicker. But healthy mix of left and rights is huge, right? And then of course flow. Just making sure it flows well. One of the easiest tips, I guess, that I could give that I do, like, because a lot of people, like, let's say you're making a sweep. Let's just keep it really simple. You have a 3-gate sweep. You have one horizontally on a flat plane, and then you have one vertical, and then the last one horizontal. So it's a 180 turn, right? So what I'm going to do is when I set my first gate down off of let's say my hand is the gate, hypothetically. So I'm going to start at this base point here, and I'm going to take maybe 10 steps forward, do a 90-degree turn, take 10 steps that way, or measure it if you do, and then that's where you set that next gate, right? Because then that creates a perfect 90-degree turn, and then rinse and repeat off of that middle gate, go another 10 steps, and then 10 steps back, and that's where you set that gate. Make sure those two are on a perfect line. And that guarantees that you make an absolutely perfect shaped sweep maneuver, right? Where it doesn't change. It's not like you're starting in a turn that you have to aggressively bank more, or vice versa. You're starting really hard, and then you're having to turn out of it slowly. But I don't know. I mean, my biggest, I think it's just play around with it. I mean, I built a lot of really horrible tracks when I first started doing it that didn't make sense that I would never fly these days. But and I truly feel that like the faster the pilot is, the more issues they'll find with the track because they're flying the craft at its max ability, so they need to compensate for drift and drag, right? So like
Right.
that's a big factor. And if you just have obnoxious stuff going on with the track, it's just not going to feel right. And you'll feel it too when you fly it. It just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
No offense to like the slower guys who's just starting out or whatnot, because really, if you're slow, I mean, it really doesn't matter what the track is that you set up. I don't think it doesn't really make a difference in the feel. But when you're really pushing the rig is to its max ability, flow is huge. It really makes a massive factor.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's tough, man. I can really dive deep into just kind of my mindset on how I design tracks.
I'm looking for the video. You said it was on Multi GP's YouTube, right?
Yeah, we did a live stream on their YouTube. I want to say 2 years ago now. Let me see if I can help you find it.
I mean, if you just know, like,
It might be under their lives.
that's right. I was just looking under the live tab. I searched by your name though. I'm not sure if they mentioned you in the title or not.
They did, yeah.
But anyways, we'll try to find that. OG, anything else you wanted to touch on that we may have missed?
No, the question about the tracks it jogged my memory, and that was pretty much it. Because like I said, I know that designing tracks and designing tracks for yourself to fly to practice on your own versus designing tracks that other people are going to fly is a whole different ball game.
Oh, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the ones I'll design in my garage, I would never dare do something to that to like people at like a race because it's just brutal.
yeah,
That's what I like to. It's like watch Minchan fly. Like you watch any of Minchan's videos, every gate's like 4 or 5 feet away from each other. It's just all over the place, and it's smooth and he's got flow to them. But like no one's gonna want to race on that. The mid airs are gonna be insane, if you remember which way to go.
Yeah, yeah, and my mid airs with EDOC in your garage speak to that.
Yeah. See, yeah, I'm not finding that video either.
Well, if we can track it down, I'll add it into the description here for anybody watching this in the future. If we do locate it, I'll leave a link for you guys down below. But other than that, I think that's okay. Get that over there. Yeah, I can't find it.
Yeah, me either. I'm looking for it.
Well, anyway, I think that was a pretty good description that you gave, though, as far as just for getting into the mindset of building the track.
Yeah, and the gentleman that asked that question, he even said that like you listing off some of your kind of like pet peeves with tracks was super helpful.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So-
I'm a stickler about it, But again, there is no right or wrong track. But at the same time, there is ones that just feel better than others, of course. So
For sure.
Well, AK, big ups, brother. Thank you again for your time. I do appreciate you. It was wonderful to learn a lot about the man behind the racer. We try to focus more on that because I do find it tends to be a kind of interesting to see how people made their way into FPV, not just like their journey through FPV, but kind of like what happened before that journey. And I think the gloving thing, especially, really, like we were talking about with like rhythm and flow of things, just that transfer in. But then even back to skateboarding as well, that same concept of just trying to flow and kind of link things together and make it all make sense.
Exactly.
So yeah, you've definitely found your niche and you're good at what you do, and yeah, keep doing you, brother. You've been kicking ass.
Well, the feeling is mutual. I appreciate you guys getting time and letting me join you guys for this.
Of course,
it's been a lot of fun.
Of course. Well, again, guys, go check out AK's links. They're down below in the description. And to the rest of you, we will catch you guys tomorrow night for the clip show. If you have a clip, come on by tomorrow night. We'll be watching them.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, AK. And we'll holler at you guys later.
Yep. I'll see you guys in 6 months.
Yeah.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right. Peace, guys.
6 months.